you ready?
This is the D-Generation Clix podcast with your hosts,
Who is Ravage?
Ryan Ruckman,
Ravage.
Hand me that bottle cap.
Miles Kane,
Hand me that paperclip. Grab that twine. Gun wrapper.
Daniel Schwab,
We
Best friends.
Asgard to Mouth, and Pete.
Cause I'm just me.
Welcome back to the D-Generation Clix podcast. This is Ryan, Miles, Dan, and Pete, and we are back at this again this week to finish up our Spider-Verse set review. So we're going to jump right into that. First, we're on to the super rares, and it is 040 The Spot.
My spider made you Spider-Man.
What?
You ran through the cafeteria. You hit me with a bagel.
He has the Sinister Syndicate team ability and team player team ability. Hydra, Modox 11, Magia, Sinister Syndicate, the Hand, Ruler, and Scientist keywords. He has a trait, which is Welcome to Spot World. When the spot starts the game, generate the spot's spot marker within 4 squares. Free, place the spot's spot marker into a square within 4 squares, or place a terrain marker adjacent to the spot's spot marker into a square adjacent to the spot. He's got a special speed power, which is Flurry, Phasing Teleport. Flurry is free, but only to target a character adjacent to his spot's spot marker, regardless of adjacency. When the spot hits after resolutions, you may place a hit character adjacent to the spot or a terrain marker within 3 squares of their current square. And then a special defense power, which is Spot the Spot. Combat reflexes, super senses. When the spot is missed by an attack, after resolutions, deal the attacker 2 damage. So he's 55 points, no range, 1 bolt, and starts with a 7 speed, and with that special speed power, no attack power, the special defense power, 18, and then a 3 outwit on his damage, 55 points, and 6 clicks of health. So this guy seems possibly abusable. Miles, I know you're looking at him. Why don't you tell us about this guy?
So first off, the question to bike or not to bike, it's 100% you give him a bike. The reason why, I guess maybe if you want to read the spot,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
the marker itself.
So the marker comes with him, and it's just something that comes with him. You don't get it as equipment or anything, but the marker says friendly characters named the spot treat characters occupying or adjacent to this marker as adjacent when making close attacks, and then a double slash. When a friendly character named the spot would move, before moving, they may place themselves and the spot marker in each other's squares.
Yes, so that's why it's very important. It says when the spot would move. And the reason why you're going to give him a bike is because you give him Health Cycle. Health Cycle has Sidestep. So you're able to TK him up, move his full speed, and then sidestep. And so you're going to be able to place him in wherever your spot marker is, back in his own starting area. And that way you're going to be able to team him up with Empower, Probs, to where they can't even prob him because he's full map, to get his free flurry. And then what it says is when he hits, after resolutions, you may place a hit character adjacent to the spot. So that means you're able to make a kill box to bring them in and able to attack with others. It's similar to how plants work, but it's a little different, and they can't cover the spot because it's just a marker. It's not terrain. So yeah, it's very abusable. And when you look in the comprehensive rule book, when a character has the in front of his name, it's the same thing with or without it. So in silver, there's the SVAC spot that will be able to also attack and move through this spot marker. So for 105 points in a 400-point format like Silver, it's way more abusable because he's also able to phase for free and just be able to manipulate that marker a lot. So yeah, I think there is a spot for him in Modern, and I also think in Silver is where it's really going to be showing less abuse and just good tech.
And it's just a marker. It's not a terrain marker. So wherever it is, it has to stay. No one with like super strength can pick it up and move it. So is a health cycle still the best thing to put on him though? Or would something like...
Give him sidestep. I think sidestep, because that way you're able to move him and then sidestep. Like, so like for instance, you put his spot in your starting area. Once they've broken first turn immunity, you're going to be able to TK him and then move him 8 squares. And then you're going to be able to sidestep. And so when you sidestep, that's a move because the spot just is a lowercase move. So then when you start the sidestep movement, you just place him in the marker, and the marker is now adjacent to opposing characters for him to take advantage of the flurry.
I guess that 11 for 3 just isn't screaming at me.
No, that's what I mean. That's why you're able to then, like I said, with Empower to get his damage up, and then with Prob. Yeah, so that way you're able to really take advantage of that. And then you're also using him with that to also get other characters that you're going to have that are going to be other attackers to really take advantage of bringing that hit target back to your starting area. So then you're able to manipulate the board essentially and, choose your targets to where like they might have a figure that you're like, crap, I can't get to them. But with Spot, you're able to, with that phasing, you're able to phase through everything with the 8 movement, be adjacent to one of those characters, and then you're able to sidestep away, placing that marker adjacent to them, and then you're able to manipulate it with the flurry, and then all that. Obviously, it's free, so you need Chair Panther or Despero on the team, but
do you think it's worth going? Do you think it's worth going more into trying to get that kill box, or do the damage with Empowers, or split it down the middle and just make him your main gimmick of the team?
I don't think you want to be the main gimmick. I think you need at least one other major attacker. And the Empower, so he's getting the flurry, so all you need is like the 5-point PJ Pog, and now he's going to be an 11 for 4 twice. And so that's a decent attack because you're going to be hitting for 4 damage, even if they have like a reducer like invulnerability, potentially if they miss the rollout on Impervious. And then you're going to have another attacker potentially with like Exploit or something that's going to also be able to take advantage of it.
Right. And then his Ruler and Scientist keywords aren't bad either, so there's got to be something to pair there, especially Scientist if you're trying to do the Empowers. I'm sure you can load that up with some generic fodder.
Well, the Ruler is where it gets really interesting because now you can put him in a kill box for... Now you don't really have to equip your Colossus.
Yeah.
So now you're able to bring whoever you want over to you for Colossus to really do the damage. He also doesn't share Mern keywords, so you don't have to worry about that unless Mern teams up with... what's his name? MODOK, which I'm still not sure that's good enough because that's 125 points for your build.
Yeah, I don't see him teaming up with MODOK.
Yeah, but I mean the kill box that he puts in is just insane because you can also like have like Hadari Yao go and weaken someone, and then he's gonna be able to finish him off where that 11 for 3 twice doesn't feel as bad. And he also has that outwit too, so when you move adjacent to someone, you can outwit their defense and then sidestep away. So then those 3 will hit if you don't have Empower.
Okay. Dan or Pete, what do you think about this guy?
I'm glad we found the piece that Miles is going to get banned in another format already. So we're off to a hot start.
I would have to watch a visual of this because that was a lot of stuff, and I was trying to piece that together. And I remember how the old one works, but I believe you, Miles. It's just like I need to see it.
I sent pictures in our Everything Bad thing of each step. I'll have to resend them to you. There's like 6 pictures of exactly what it can do.
Miles only ever sends visual aid in that. No.
Yeah, well, I have these crazy ideas, and it's hard for people to really comprehend, and I understand that. So, yeah, and that's why I use Roll20 is more for displacement testing than actually rolling the dice because, whatever. The dice suck, so.
There's just a lot going on here. I like pieces like this. It's just a lot to digest before you start team building, at least for me. I'm kind of with Dan. I'm going to have to really like put it down in front of me and mess with it. But it seems like there is something here with this guy.
Yeah, that's more.
Yeah, no, there is a lot. Like I had to put it down. I just didn't have the figures, so I used Roll20 to represent where everything was. Because yeah, it is something you have to see to really understand how devastating it can be.
Let's go on to the next one.
All right, and next we have 041 Spider Ham.
It's 100% beef. I'm lying. Nothing's gonna get in the way of me eating this hot dog.
He has Spider Family TA as well as Team Ability TA. Give him nice other cute team ability with him. He's got the Wall Crawler trait, which is Leap Climb. Free, place a character in a square of different elevation within 4 squares in line of fire. He has another trait. It ain't kosher to take a bit out of the Spider Ham. I don't know if it's probably should be say bite.
Nope.
When an opposing character damages a friendly character with the Spider-Man family keyword this turn, that opposing character can't heal. So that's pretty good. So that means that if you have a Spider Family team, if they have Steel Energy, this is obviously you can almost. This is, I guess, if you don't want to play the Bloodstone, I guess if you're doing Spider Family, you're able to make it to where they can't heal after they attack you. He has his third trait is Web Warrior's Hammer Space. When Spider Ham is placed by a friendly effect, after resolutions, he may generate a standard object. A friendly character adjacent to that object may immediately pick it up. And he has 7 clicks. He's 50 points, 2 targets, 0 range. He's essentially a charge piece. It's going to be 8, 11, 18, 3 with charge, super strength, toughness, and prob. And then he goes to combat reflexes with perplex before ending on 2 clicks of sidestep, 2 clicks of quake, 2 clicks of prob, and then he has a toughness and then regen. Now that Web Warriors is really interesting because the first thing that makes me want to do is now all of a sudden Sicarian Iron Man becomes insane in silver because you're able to generate those light objects. So now you're not too worried about putting an object, on your main force because all you got to do is TK him or, carry him. You can just, so I guess, Sicarian can just carry him, and since that's technically a place, he just generates it, and now he'll be able to pick it up. So you're going to be able to, power action, pick up one of those pieces that he has that you're able to generate in the starting area, essentially. Place it on his card, and then you sidestep carrying Spider Ham, and now, since he'll be adjacent, he now immediately picks it up, which means it now goes on his card. So, I think that works really well, too. In silver.
Yeah, they're both scientists also. He does not have a keyword that we could have done this weekend, but I was looking for tricks like that and just couldn't do it. But he seems pretty solid. The charge, and he's a piece that actually gives you super strength and can charge with it, and then prob for 50 points.
Yeah, and plus stop people from healing. You get that.
You got to get hit, but
that's fine.
That's fine. I'll get hit.
It's just damages. So that includes the poison, anything like that. So,
you're going to get hit at some point. So as long as you're on Spider-Man Family, at least you're getting something for getting hit.
No,
just taking damage.
It's a nice bonus.
He's cool. 50 points is not crazy if you want to build around that idea of giving the generating the standard object. So it's an interesting piece for sure.
And that wall crawler team ability is always it makes your guys so much more mobile, and you don't even realize it until you actually start using it.
No, because it's the free place, and then he can move 8 squares and hit something by himself. That's really good.
Yeah, he's getting any move and attack with that wall crawler is huge.
And if you'll excuse me, I've got a hot dog to eat.
Next is the 041 B-side. Spider Ham.
It can get weirder. I just washed my hands. That's why they're wet. No other reason.
He has the Spider-Man team ability. He's got the Spider-Man family keyword, symbiote, animal, cosmic, monster, reporter, scientist. He's got 2 traits and a special attack power. He's got the wall crawler trait again, and then his second trait is friendly characters have plasticity. If this character is within 4 squares in line of fire of an opposing character, they can't be targeted by range attacks. So he's basically giving out the symbiote bonding trait. And then he's got an attack power, which appears on clicks 1 through 4, which is super strength. When Spider-Ham hits and the attack roll is doubles, he may choose that the hit character is knocked back 16 squares instead of 3. The character's knockback path isn't stopped by changing elevation, and if it would be stopped by blocking terrain, instead destroy that terrain and continue the knockback path. So he's got 4 range and 3 bolts. He's first 3 clicks is the 8 charge, 11 attack, 18 super senses, 3 damage prob with that special attack power, and the last 3 are flurry, either the attack power or quake, and then 1 click of super senses, 2 clicks of regen, and then perplex. And he is also 50 points. He is a prime. This is pretty solid. I mean, if you're not playing monster, and if you're playing monster and you're not playing lanterns, or like he's just like another good monster prime. So
Is he good
But
enough
if you're
to
playing-
be your prime though?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he hands out that trait, and he has cosmic, and so it's gonna be very easy for like Butterfly to bring Beezer in now. And then also with that baby group hog, here's Beezer again. So that's also gonna be to where they're all safeguard pulse wave. So that means that's also that trait's also gonna be safeguard pulse wave. So they're not gonna be able to be targeted by any range attacks, including pulse wave. I think that's really huge for your team.
He'll get the 4 through 6 super senses also. You think it's good enough to build around? Because even though I still think Kadari is like the best attacker out there, obviously, but I'm not seeing her getting played just as much as you would think right now.
Well, she was 36 and 36, I just saw, in the 3 ICs that she was legal in. Or just this weekend, or 6 ICs or whatever. So, I mean, that's
how many teams
she's
she
been
was on?
played quite a bit. No, the record, her record was, I'm looking at to see how many she
I mean,
played
as
the
far as
regional,
like
but I think-
the teams. Oh, we don't have to go into that, but as far as just building a team to not get pulse waved, do you think that this guy is going to be that guy to do that?
No, that's why I say you use Butterfly for Cosmic, so that way you're able to have other options. If they don't have Pulse Wave, that's fine.
Oh, okay. So you mean
I still
put this guy on your sideline?
Yeah. You put Beezer. No, I think you put Beezer on your sideline. And you go in with Cosmic.
What's your prime and animal in silver?
There's a few primes in Animal, depending on your strategy. Right now, High Evo is like the most played. There's the Prime Beast Boy for the Teen Titans combo.
Just giving
would be your
plasticity
prime?
is wild.
Yeah, and
Like,
that
you
trait.
said
That
plasticity. Yeah.
That trait's really good. I mean, I'm gonna probably get this guy just because of that, because this is just like that's bonkers. It's like, all right, my whole team has plasticity.
I mean, the punch out of continuity is fun.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Depends on how that's ruled. I really hope that it gets ruled for everything that would stop their like the elevation change or the blocking. Like I really hope that would stack. So instead of just taking 1 total, if you go through like 3 blocking terrains, it's going to take 3 damage. So this is something we really haven't seen a lot, and it doesn't specify.
But
Yeah,
If
no, you
that's-
would think that. Yeah.
If that's the case, then that's like here's Stormbreaker, Spider-Ham. Go hit something.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean.
Just
Yeah,
watch things die.
and I mean, I know that sounds busted, but like that's, I mean, technically how it should be if you take 1, and yeah, if you're now it's going to be penetrating, and it should stack. So it's like, okay, because after resolutions you take the knockback damage. So like, there's a chance that it's going to be 5 penetrating damage from knockback on top of his normal 3 damage, or 4 because he's going to be close combat expert.
I feel like the fashion advice one from what is it, Beyond the Stars?
yes,
it's so easy to place people, and there's so many close attacks that I just don't think that you can lean into that trait as being your big thing. So I think he just falls into the category of honestly very similar but better than the original Spider-Ham, where he's just your charge prob with super strength and that can do some stuff. No?
Yeah, but I still think that there's still quite a bit of range attackers out there, and I think range is really starting to pick it up.
But they're all shooting for
especially
more than 4 away, too.
Well, I know, but that means that you're able to be more aggressive.
And just get in their face. Okay. So, if
Yeah,
I
you
could
get
see
in their
that.
face. Yeah. That's where that comes into play. Is that's encouraging you to make this team. You're not going to play this team and wait for them to come to you. Your entire team, like, they can't attack you from range. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to get right in your face to where you're not going to be able to get out of that. You know.
Yeah, you got to
And
build
just
a pretty large team then.
Well, and having multiple pieces of plastic, just tying everything down.
So your butterfly swarms. You got to remember now have, for cosmic now have plasticity. They might be tiny, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
for like, you can tie up a Colossus now. You know, you can tie up a Hidari with a butterfly swarm. And so, yeah, giving those butterfly swarm pogs sidestep and plasticity is huge.
Oh, and you
It's
know
all
what?
friendly characters.
I read this as he had to be within 4 squares of the characters to give that. He just gives that
No.
to your whole team.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
was
Yeah.
like, no, he just gives
That's
it to
why
the
I said- that's
whole
why I
team.
said, yeah,
Oh,
he's
never
insane.
mind. Yeah, he's way better than I thought.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
if he just gave your team plasticity, that's amazing right there.
Yeah.
I totally missed that.
RTFC.
Yeah, I mean, now you can just send the
Stop
butterfly swarm full map, tie up their Hidari Yao or whatever, and you're like, okay.
Oh, we had another moment like this earlier yesterday when you figured out how good Zenzi was. I was like,
I didn't realize she was without. I thought she needed line of fire. I knew she was
In
good.
that case, it's RTFP.
And you float through the air when you smell a delicious pie.
All right. Spider-Man 042.
Who are you?
I'm glad you asked, you guys.
I'm not a new guy.
My name is Pravitra Prabhakar, and for the past 6 months...
6? And even he got a watch?
Yeah, Being Spider-Man is so easy. I wake up, skip the workout because I'm naturally buff and I don't want to get too big, you know? Do almost nothing with my amazing hair.
You don't use any product at all.
Just coconut oil, prayer, some genetics. Then I swing by school, don't really have to try, but I do anyway. Fight a few bad guys, feed a few street dogs, quick break for a cup of chai with my Maya auntie.
I love chai tea.
What did you just say? Chai tea? Chai means tea, bro. You're saying tea. Would I ask you for a coffee with room for cream?
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Spider-Man family mystical scientist. Mystical's interesting. Pavatar Prabhakshar from Earth 50101. Friends across the Spider-Verse, you know the trait. He's got improved movement, elevated, and he has improved targeting. He can shoot from adjacency, or as young Daniel likes to say, shoot from the hip. He's got web warriors, Faraday webbing. Faraday cage webbing. Super senses in Spider-Man is placed by a friendly effect until your next turn. Friendly characters have Safeguard Energy Explosion and Safeguard Pulse Wave, Protected Pulse Wave, and Kata Web Slinging. When Spider-Man hits with a range attack once per turn after resolutions, you may place a hit character adjacent to Spider-Man, and Spider-Man may make an attack using Incap. When a friendly character uses Incap, hit characters modify their speed and range -1 to your next turn. He is 7 clicks. 5 range, 1 target, starts with the running shot, that special attack power, willpower, and probability control, and he is 70 points and finishes with sidestep, support, and outwit.
This guy's dope.
He's pretty cool. I agree.
No, so now this is essentially the team like I was talking about with the last one, except it's the same cost because butterfly to beezer to keep theme, and then the group pog. Now this is 70 points. It's the same, and now this is going to be able to get you into scientists with it, and sidestep is placing. So safeguard energy explosion and safeguard pulse wave is huge, and he's able to do other things.
And you don't have to
So
share
that
a
might be
keyword
the
with
best.
him either. With
No.
yeah.
It's just funny character. Yeah.
He'll get played on every one of those keywords just for handing out that Safeguard Energy Explosion and Safeguard Pulse Wave.
Yeah,
Like,
70 points seems like a
This
lot.
is the one. This is the one super that snuck out that I was like, oh, he's cool actually. Like the Faraday cage is dope.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
Scientist, I'm sold.
Do you think the 70
And
points
mystical.
is too much, or that's a good place for him?
He does
Oh,
a
that's a
lot
good
for
place.
70, and he's still 7 clicks deep, not for nothing. So you're not easily one-shotting him, and he lands on a 19 defend at the end too. So
Yeah, and he'll keep that trait.
He's 4 through 6 super senses the whole time with a rollout, or with prob early, and then you still have to get through the numbers at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And getting Safeguard Pulse Wave just by being placed by a friendly effect, like in silver, that's like spin ring.
Oh yeah.
But no, energy explosion's also big too, because
Yeah.
like that means you don't want to group your figures up, and now you just don't even care.
Right.
I gotta figure out the rest of the pack after reading this guy.
Scientist.
Yeah, this guy looks really good.
Pretty cool.
All right, that'll bring us to 043 Kangaroo. No team abilities, Sinister Syndicate, Animal, Brute, and Martial Artist keywords. He has a trait, I'm not nobody, I'm the Kangaroo. Leap Climb, Sidestep. Kangaroo may use Sidestep a second time if he knocked back an opposing character this turn. He has another trait, I lived in Kangaroo Country, mate. Kangaroo modifies his defense +1 when attacked by characters that can't use Leap Climb. Free, make an attack, but only to target characters that can't use Leap Climb. And then a special damage power, which is Close Combat Expert and improved movement breaks blocking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2-point values. At 60 points, he has 8 clicks and starts with an 8 charge, 11 super strength, 18 invulnerability, and 3 special damage power. And then for 30 points, he gets 4 clicks. He has a 6 charge, 10 quake, 17 combat reflexes, and a 2 close combat expert. I'm liking the movement attack with all these pieces. Everyone seems to do more than one thing, which is really nice.
He's pretty neat. I mean, he's I know nothing.
He's amazing.
But he does
amazing
stuff. And in modern, right? There's not a lot of characters that are just gonna have Leap Climb if you're not using Spider-Man people. So he's gonna get that free attack. So just like 30 points, charge Quake or charge Close Combat Expert, and then I'm gonna free attack you afterwards.
I kind of like him.
Yeah,
at
they only
60,
missed
12 for
one.
4.
Yeah, I get that too. I'm more thinking like I like the Quake just to get rid of all the terrain nonsense that's happening now. So
That's true,
that
actually.
I'm really hoping with Smash and Destroy that we can get the 4th member of the Spider-Man Revenge Squad. Definitely a missed opportunity for him not having this keyword. It was something I didn't think we'd ever see, because you have Kangaroo, Spot, and the Grizzly. They're just and the 4th member is the Gibbon. We just need the Gibbon.
Not sure if we're going to get the Gibbon.
Yeah, but we got Grizzly and Kangaroo. There's no we're getting the Gibbon in Smash and Destroy. All right, the Craven movie came out. Craven was who trained the Gibbon. It only makes sense that they're going to hype up Craven.
It only makes sense.
I get it.
Yeah. Doubtful, but it's a good try.
And Silver, it becomes insane, because now it's like if people have Leap Climb, like you have Cosmo that can just shut off Leap Climb, and then you can attack, whoever you want. And he's not unique.
And that's an animal
really
theme. I'm not sure if people are going into that.
I don't feel like you're gonna need to take away Leap Climb.
No, Cosmo's. We're going in with Cosmo. He's saying, "I'm taking away your Leap Climb." Kangaroo is going in, and he's destroying the whole team.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying. There's gonna be some figures that you want to be able to take out, but like they're gonna have Leap Climb, and you're like, crap, I wish I could. So it's just an option that you can use. But the real question is, do you give him a bike? And the answer is yes. You want to get that +2 speed, and you want to give him that super senses. 30 points, you make him 45. He's now a 19 up close with super senses, 11 for 3, with a 5 movement charge. Perfect.
I think you either find a way to make him a colossal, or you give him the Pog your Pog, and now he just goes in and quakes everyone.
Yeah. Give him Mjolnir, and he ignores characters in Giant Reach 3.
He's worthy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next guy. I do like this Kangaroo guy, though. I'll definitely play him.
Yeah, he's really cool. Next is the first figure that was actually ever spoiled from the magazine is The Wall. by Pink Floyd. No team abilities. He has brute and monster keywords. He's 25 points, and sadly, he's unique. He has a first trait, all in all. The wall takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks. //. When the wall is KO'd, generate a blocking terrain marker in the square he last occupied. Protected pulse wave. His second trait is, here's one wall you'll never crawl. Knockback. //. Characters knocked back into the wall take damage as if he were blocking terrain. Protected pulse wave. And then he has a speed power that's all 4 clicks. He's a 2, 10, 15, 3, all 4 clicks. Is faster than the average wall. Sidestep, //. Opposing lines of fire that cross the wall square are blocked, unless they are drawn to the wall. Opposing characters can't move through the wall square. Protected pulse wave. I actually really like him.
This guy's awesome.
I'll be honest. Yeah. He's got that brute keyword. I mean, blocking this, lines of fire that cross the wall squares are blocked. Like, who cares if they ignore characters? I don't care. You gotta see through the wall first.
I know they don't share a keyword, but him in like a piece like Frogman in silver would be really fun. Just kind of play Pong with the opponent.
Yeah.
Play Pong. Oh my god.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Yeah, and the max 1 damage is huge too. Because
and you can mastermind too, right? Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. And it being protected pulse wave too. That's wild.
Only 25 points. The only thing that sucks about this guy is he's unique and you can't play a bunch of them.
I don't really.
This is
I would
so
not want to
broken.
see. Yeah,
Why?
like 4 of this guy.
What is he doing?
I mean, he's soaking up so much damage. I've hit you for like
also
12%.
You play 4 of them at 25 points. It's 100 points of your team. That's not broken.
No, not with a 10
Put him with
attack, 3
Kingston.
damage, and 2
Put him with
movement.
Kingston now. He's now an 11 for 4.
Okay.
With two-
that's
with
half your
2
team.
movement.
That's a fun team.
Yeah. This guy's getting shot 4 times before he gets to you on that team.
That's true. With this little
That's
3.
fine. He's only 25 points. Like,
Exactly.
He's great mastermind.
Yeah.
He's great. Mastermind.
No, he's great mastermind fodder. It's like, man, I have to hit this idiot 4 times to make sure he's dead.
He's really fun, and he's a good piece, but let's just settle down on trying to make an army of the walls sidestepping across
what?
the
That's
board.
the only thing wrong with him.
I love the fact that it's like WizKids realized, oh my god, the wall is so broken. We can only have let people play one of him. Yeah, we have figures like Sky Tyrant and Carnage Surfer being made, and Hadari Yao.
Yeah, but you can play multiples of them.
Well, I would find it funny if Genesis walked up 4 of these guys. That would be funny.
Two out of the
fun.
2 out of the 3 of those you listed, Miles, were fine. The one wasn't.
Wow. Man.
What's your hate on Surfer?
No, it's Sky
Oh, I
Tyrant.
love Surfer.
It's definitely Sky Tyrant.
I knew it was Tyrant. I was just refusing.
Can we put a bike on him? We put a bike on him, right?
Of course you can put a bike on him. Now he gets super sensitive. So like now you might be able to do 1 damage. And then he's gonna have a charge of 3. With sidestep, so it's like a charge of 5. That's good.
Now, what if we went back to the playing multiples of them? And this is something I like to do, where you play multiples of something, but then you give them all different weapons, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, like, you have a wall with a sword, wall with a bike.
Yeah.
Wallenardo, Wallenangelo, Wanatello, and Wafiel.
Yeah.
See?
And Kingpin could be the Splinter. It'd be a perfect. I think the monthly games, we need to say that you can play more than 1 the wall. Just because.
Next! All right. Next is Hypno Hustler. I believe this is a guy. I think, yeah, he is 60 points. He has the Underworld team ability, Celebrity and Scientist. He's got 2 traits and a special speed power. Hypno Hustler, Mind Control. When Hypno Hustler uses it, he gains an additional bolt for each adjacent Mercy Killer bystander. Wow, that's... All right. That's a way to start the card. All right, second is willpower at the beginning of the game, and when Hypno Hustler uses willpower and succeeds, generate a Mercy Killer Bystander, max 3. And then the speed power, which is on clicks 1 through 3, is sidestep. Opposing character within range and line of fire can't remove action tokens except by clearing. That's actually pretty good. Has improved targeting elevated in characters, so pretty much sees most people. Is 5 clicks long, has 4 range and 3 bolts. Has in-cap and mastermind their... So in-cap for the first 3 clicks, along with perplex their first 3 clicks. Has mastermind their whole dial, and then the last 2 clicks are mind control, and then shape change, and blades. The Mercy Killer Bystanders are sidestep, in-cap, perplex, with Underworld and 3 range and 1 bolt. That's a pretty solid bystander too. That's not bad.
Yeah.
So Silver, you give him the liar ring so he can have a range 6 targets.
10 range with that mind control.
Yeah, 14 attack.
That's wild.
6 target. And potentially with even more perplex, you give him a 13 range. Yeah. 13 range, 14 attack, 6 target, the mind control.
Yeah, with that improved targeting, that's really good. Is there anything to help his willpower though, besides because you're already equipping him with the ring then?
Yeah, It's that or it's the what you call it, the serum for 5 points, I think instead.
Yeah, but I think you give him the ring. I mean, liar ring is just too powerful. I mean, the ability to give him starting off with 3, like up to 6 targets, is insane.
Oh yeah,
that dream equipment, that's like crazy expensive. Is that what's 25 points?
It's 15.
Yeah.
All
that does is give him power cosmic, because the only way that's even right. good is if he has power cosmic.
To start with,
Oh, that's the 3 through 7. Yeah, so not him. Okay. So yeah, you want to do either the green ring or the the green ring or the super soldier serum, yeah. But I think that 10 range mind controls is better. If you get the willpower, you get the willpower.
Yeah, and then if you do up his range generally, like say with like shield, I guess would be the static one, right? Or like a weasel, I guess. Then his speed power just gets even better because it's like he's generally gonna see you, and then you have.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're gonna perplex up his range by 3 regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's modern. It's gonna be interesting. He has celebrity and scientist, and so those are both celebrities starting to get really strong once we get to the legacy cards. I think that's why too, because I think there's something there in modern, but I think silver is where you're really able to get the great use out of them.
That speed power honestly is really good with any of the colossals like Kong, or now Collector's really seeing an uptick. I don't know if it's just around us right now, but there's a lot of people playing Collector. How good would it be to be able to just shut him down and make him have to clear on the 3rd turn instead of rolling that willpower?
Yeah.
So I think if he was 50 points, that would be enough to make Butterfly come back and put this guy on your sideline.
Yeah, and the cool thing too with Mastermind is that it's, I guess, it's collectors instead of normal damage. So would you still would you be able to Mastermind that?
What's that?
Is it 10?
No, I don't think you can, because Mastermind I think has to deal damage for that to.
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah. So, I mean, yeah. For how it was worded, yeah. So that would.
That's the whole reason you can't Mastermind mind control.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. His collecting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like this guy in either, but I think silver is where you're going to pull off the tricks. 60 seems like a lot to hope that you can really make the most out of his willpower thing, or make people not remove and without clearing.
No, but it does hurt like against Kong, like in modern, because like that means Kong's going to be close to you, which means that you're going to be able to stop him. So,
but he's not seeing much play, so I don't know if you put this guy in your team. Just for that?
He's still perplexed.
He's still
like he's still just like 2 perplexes from 5 away. Or, excuse me, from 4 away that sees through things. Because you're getting one of the Hypno Hustlers automatically, and then you're getting his perplex. Like, he's got a lot of utility outside of just the offensive stuff.
And he does mess, too, with anyone playing Gaia, because then you have to clear.
Oh, yeah, that's wild. Yeah. It's like, and you're going to take that 2 unavoidable.
Yeah.
And right now people are playing that more on, plants, which that team is not too unpopular. So
No,
No.
Man Thing's the one because he has stealth, but now it's like you got to be real careful.
Yeah, because him not being able to take tokens off would be
But
like,
luckily, though, like Hypno Hustler will not have line of fire to him. But then technically, on their turn, he will, so they can't clear
yeah.
because it's all
Yep,
blocked
'cause
on.
stealth, yeah, because stealth isn't active during the opponent's turn. Yep.
So yeah. So I guess that would get around the guy Man Thing being in perpetual stealth.
So yeah, Man Thing taking 2 unavoidable damage would would not be ideal for him.
No.
Silvermane.
Time. That's what this is all about. Time. Time to rebuild my empire and destroy the kingpins.
Underworld TA Hydra Magi, Brute Robot Ruler. Real name is Silvio Manfredi. He's got a trait head of the family leadership, but a seeds on a 4 through 6. Silvermane uses leadership to succeed. You may instead generate a goon on its 15-point starting line. Those goons are pretty good.
What does everybody want?
Silvermane starts the game with the Silvermane head special object attached. He's got another couple other traits. Second one is trying to get ahead. When a character holding the Silvermane head is hit by a close attack after resolutions, they drop the Silvermane head, and the attacker may pick up the Silvermane head free if Silvermane or an adjacent friendly character is holding the Silvermane head attached to Silvermane. And then head will roll. If Silvermane has a Silvermane head attached, he takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks. When Silvermane takes damage, if Silvermane head is attached, unattach it and place it 4 squares away from Silvermane. He's 80 points or 60 points. He starts at 80 with running shot, ESD, and range combat expert. He's 5 range single target. And then for 60 points, you get charge, invuln, and close combat expert. So he's pretty cool. I've seen him in action. I really honestly didn't read his card very well and didn't know what he did. And he's kind of a lot to deal with, to be honest with you.
He held his own. And yeah, did you say the Silvermane head that gives you Mastermind and Perplex?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a really fun character.
So they finally did it. They gave a thing that, I mean, you have to play Silvermane to get this, but it's an object that gives out Mastermind.
They did something similar with a Silvermane a long time ago. I forget if it was a release day or...
No, it was an LE, but he gave leadership on a 4 through 6. It was different, but it was similar.
Oh, no, leadership. Okay.
Yeah, it was leadership.
So the really interesting thing here, so it says whenever he takes damage. So now it's all about trying to figure out a way to deal him damage. In silver, it becomes really, really easy, especially with his keywords, because you can just put him in lava, and then now you can give whoever you want on your team that mastermind.
You can just trigger one of the
The one
you
can also
you just do the
trigger
one
at the beginning of the turn when your one shots, and
Yeah.
then you character whoever you want to hold it.
You think he's worth playing at 60 points just to give his head to somebody?
I mean, potentially, because there's going to be some attackers. I mean, and he's really not too bad. He can be making goons. So
yeah, that's true. And then whoever has his
So
head
you really-
can mastermind to the goon.
yeah. So I think there is, and the cool thing too is that you can also, use him as he's a decent attacker. He's not great. I mean, he's an 11 for 4.
If you play him
but
at
with
80?
5 range. No. If you play him at 60, because he has close combat expert, so he'll be an 11 for 4.
So you would play him
from
lower
close.
to charge up instead of do the range?
I think so, because I think you save those 20 points. But giving that object is very, very abusable. So especially like in Ruler, you're gonna have butterfly swarms. This is where the King Bystander is now gonna be potentially really good with certain figures. Is because now you can just keep him close to Mastermind 2 and then KO those 0-point butterfly swarms. So I think the tech there, it's going to be a little bit different, and you're not going to just go and hose your opponent. So it's going to be a meticulous game, but there is something there by being able to give that Silvermane head, because Mastermind is just so abusable on certain figures, and then the King Bystander just makes it that much better.
Yeah, that's why they don't just give it out. So you might be able to make something happen, honestly, at 60 then. He's a lot of fun at 80 points, though. And you can still, because when then you have that head on him, it's something that's just attached to him. That's not his equipment. So you can equip him with anything. It's just you hold it and then you can have it attached.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a really cool piece. All right, 047A is Superior Octopus.
Who am I? What's in a name? An octopus by any other name would still be as deadly.
He has the Sinister Syndicate and Spider-Man family TAs, Hydra, Sinister Syndicate, Spider-Man family, and Scientist keywords. He has the Wall Crawler trait. He has another trait, which is Spy Bots. When Superior Octopus uses his display damage power, he may count squares for range and line of fire from friendly characters named Spider-Bot. Those are the commons that we read earlier in the other episode. And then a special defense power. I have these all over the city. Combat reflexes, super senses. When an opposing character misses Superior Octopus, after resolutions generate a Spider-Bot on click 1. So you can play him at 70 points or 45. He's got 4 range, 2 bolts. At 70 points, he's 8 clicks, starts with 8 charge, 11 precision strike, 18 with that special defense power, and a 3 probability control. 45 points, he is 4 clicks with a 8 charge, 11 in cap, 17 special defense power, and a 2 outwit. So he will have that special 4 through 6 super senses, his whole dial actually, because he only loses that special defense power on his last clicks. So Pete, is this the one where Dr. Octopus is in Spider-Man's body, or no?
They switched.
No,
right?
This is after. This is
Yes,
after.
Is when
This is
Peter Party.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't care about spoilers. It's a long, old story. So essentially, after Octavius becomes a hero at the end of Superior Spider-Man and realizes that he's not Peter, Peter's willing to make the sacrifices he's not. He gives him his body back, and then because he's Octopus, he's got a backup plan. So he actually kind of has his own version of a Spider-Man body then, and becomes a member of Hydra. So
that's right. Yeah, that's
it's not the same thing. Yeah. But it's I mean, this is a cool figure. I'll play this one.
Yeah, it was a cool storyline. I remember reading it, so it was very different from what I like the usual stuff. So,
and the interesting thing was the whole hypothesis behind the story was really that honestly, Otto and Peter are very similar people. It's just the version that of Otto's childhood was not the nurturing, loving one that Peter had, and this kind of made these kind of similar, capable people go down these two different paths and become the opposite side of this coin. So it was great. It was a great Superior Spider-Man's one of the really great Spider-Man comics, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was quite good.
Do you think this figure does it justice?
I think this is not the same thing that, like, I talk about the Superior Spider-Man. This is his version, like, post him getting out of his body. I think this is a good piece. I mean, for 70 points, there's a lot to like, and for 45 points with the Spider-Bots, there's definitely a lot to like. So I like both versions of this.
This is very much the Otto once he's returned to his body, though. Yeah, this is very, like, accurate for that. I remember reading this when he was the Superior Octopus with, like, the Hydra suit and that. So.
He does not have giant reach, though, does he?
No.
I think just one more thing and he would be amazing. Either like a giant reach or protected outwit or something like that, or prob on his low dial.
I mean,
or just a movement through characters. Like you can't tie him down.
Yeah. Well, he's got leap climb. He's got because he's got wall crawler. He's literally got.
Oh yeah, he does. Sorry, yeah.
I was like, wait, he's got wall crawler. That's actually
that does
really
make him pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
45 points. You can send out a spider bot. And because you can just start with one for 15 points too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for 15 points, you can just send a spider bot out and outwit whatever you want. That's not bad either for 45.
Exactly. No.
I think there's utility to him. And the spider bots are kind of not fun to deal with.
They're amazing.
So
no, they're the one of the external goons that you want to roll 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just ping somebody for damage.
Yeah, just ping him to death, yeah.
All right, how about the B side?
And then next we have regular Dr. Octopus.
The explosion that destroyed my laboratory also welded these arms to my spine. A neurologically augmented exoskeleton. It responds to my thoughts. A melding of metal to flesh and bone.
He is the Prime, has Sinister Syndicate and Underworld team abilities. The Masters of Evil, Sinister Syndicate, Thunderbolt, and Scientist keywords. He has 2 traits. First one is I am superior. When Dr. Octopus would be KO'd, you may instead replace him with a superior octopus on his 45-point starting line, protected pulse wave. Second trait is the ideal octopus with giant reach 3 // flurry. When Dr. Octopus uses it and targets more than one character, instead of normal damage, he may deal each hit character damage equal to his printed damage value. He has improved movement elevated, 0 range dual targets. He's 120 points, just 1 point line. Starts with an 8, 12, 19, 3 with charge, quake, invulnerability, and the special damage power that is most brilliant, which is outwit, perplex, and prob. And free, once per game, generate a 037 stunner on her 25-point line. And that's who we went over last episode, where anyone with the name Octopus in their name can choose her for Mastermind regardless of adjacency. So that's really good. So I guess he's basically a 95-point
Well,
prime.
and you also swap out to the superior on his 45-point line when he dies. So
yeah,
you're getting an extra, what is that, 4 clicks on top of his 100. So he's basically 12 clicks long.
Yeah, no, he's
before you score him, yeah.
He's 8 clicks, drops like some sidestep, he gets super strength, and then he ends on stealth, toughness, and outwit. It's just so tough. The prime slots are just so. It's getting tough to choose primes. I think there could be somewhere that he could be used, though. I mean, I do like the charge, giant reach 3, and flurry. And like, do you make him 135 points? Like, I say yes, give him a bike. Now he's got super senses, and now his range of 7 becomes a range of 9. So, with TK, that's going to be 13 squared, so he almost gets full map.
Yeah.
And printed C is nice with dual targets.
And he's doing, if you're hitting through reducers, right, you're doing 6 damage per character, because you're always going to double target with that flurry power.
Oh yeah, no, there's a chase that we're going to be going over that can. I think Sinister Syndicate is almost there. The only problem is I think there's a few, they just don't have a lot of the support pieces that they need. But I think it's close.
So do you
He's
think
hard to?
Sorry,
he's hard to kill.
What do you
I
think
mean,
about?
you get
What do you think about putting
the...
a second stunner on here, though? Like, so, because this one you generate her from outside of the game, so you could have one on your force for 25 points, and then generate a second one because she's unique.
Yeah. No, that's I think that's why I think Sinister Syndicate is almost there, because I think you're always going to have one main force for 25 points, and then you're going to generate the second one, because keeping him alive is just so very important.
And granted, we don't know what's coming, but also the could change things too. The destroyer armor, because we don't know what reducer that gives. So I'm assuming at least impervious. So.
Well, she does have impervious at 25 points. And
No,
he has
I'm talking for Doc.
Oh no, you give him the motorcycle. You want to give him that senses. So the super senses is going to be essentially impervious that can reduce pen if you hit it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's great for. He's expensive at 125, but to me he looks really good. So
25 points though, yeah, because you're taking that 25 points. Because that stunner I think is really really good with him.
I think having 2 and it only costing you an extra 25 is worth it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that gives precision strike or exploit weakness right now in modern, right?
No.
There is that gives a precision strike. Yeah. We have the glider.
Oh, the glider does.
Right,
Yeah, that's right.
Precision strike.
To be 135. Yeah.
So you're
Or the universal weapon. The universal weapon you just pick an attack power. So.
Oh, that's true. What were we gonna say, Pete?
So you're committing 170, 180 points to this.
Well, no, what do you
Right?
mean? How
120 for him, 50 for the stunner, right?
No,
No,
it's only 25 because you generate one for free. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want 2 of them, right? Wasn't that the whole
So
theory?
no, so she's unique, and so if you play one on her team, on the team, you can generate one from outside the game with him as well. So you're getting 2 for just playing that 25 points, and I think having 2 to let Octopus mastermind to is worth it, and everything else that she does, you really can't ignore her.
No, I mean I don't. I think there's worse ideas we've had than this.
I've definitely had worse ideas.
He's interesting. I mean, you can still basically just choose to bring in the Doctor Octopus. So this is a nice little point denial thing, right? Because you don't score the 120 until Doc Ock is dead, right?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. So it's just you got to see what else is in Syndicate, right? Or Scientist. Thunderbolts, Miles, does that do anything for you?
No, I think Sinister Syndicate is where you want, because I think you want to keep theme, because I think it's going to be very important that you go first. So that's why you're going to want to play Stunner with him. I think Sinister Syndicate's going to be the key to getting him the most out of him, because Scientists, there's just other primes that you would rather play in Scientist.
So for the record, for 15 points with the glider, you could give him flight and +1 movement, precision strike, and combat reflexes, and he's a 19 defense up close.
Yeah, so he's going to be a 21.
Underworld, he's bringing people up with him.
Yep.
Maybe?
Yeah, no, you never move those stunners. Those stunners, it's not even worth attacking with them. Like, they're just going to stay in the back.
I mean, I think you play the stunner, you let it die, heal Octopus, and then free generate the one.
Yeah, I kind of like that, because then you're only able to target one at a time if they want to go around Octopus in order to target her.
Yeah. No, but yeah, you just never have him near them to where they can't dual target them. Him and her.
He's cool.
Yeah, my only thing is that you get to the point where you get to, because you can mastermind twice, right, in one turn to them. So you just keep them back, like Miles is saying. I like putting them both on the board at the same time, but.
Well, I'm thinking if you go around them, then I would just be like, well, okay, I'm gonna just kill both these stunners, basically. So.
Yeah, that's fine though. That means that they're gonna be going around him and ignoring your main attacker to try and just get 50 points. Like you'll take that trade every time, because the damage output that he has is gonna be ridiculous.
And what do they get for that 25 points? And those things are dead then? That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have a chase coming up to make those damage look real good.
All right, let's go to Lady Stiltman.
Lady Stiltman. She is 40 points. Magia, Masters of Evil armor, has the Masters of Evil TA. She's got 2 traits and a special damage power that she has her whole dial. The first trait is It's an Homage. During force construction, you may add 5 points to Lady Stiltman's cost as many times as you choose. For each time you choose to do so at the beginning of the game, give Lady Stiltman a leg extension. Lady Stiltman can use the following effects based on the number of leg extensions she has. 1 to 2, she is Giant. 3 to 4, she is Colossal. 5 plus, she is Colossal, Giant Reach 4, and modify her combat values +1. Her second trait is Does she know how to use them? If Lady Stiltman has any leg extensions, she takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks. When Lady Stiltman takes damage from an attack after resolutions, knock her back away from the attacker a number of squares equal to her leg extensions. Then remove a leg extension from her. If her knockback path is stopped by a character, deal that character 2 damage. And then her damage power, which is on her entire dial, is Villain for Hire. Adjacent friendly characters have power. Roll a d6. 1 to 3, give Lady Stiltman a leg extension. 4, give Lady Stiltman a leg extension and heal her 1 click. So for 40 points, top dial is sidestep, quake, toughness with 3 damage. So if you go that way, you're an 11, 11, 18, 4. And then her next 2 clicks are flurry, quake with toughness. She's got toughness her whole dial. And then she goes from quake to incap, and then her last 2 clicks are plasticity. This is, I mean, it's a lot like the old one, so it's
better.
I like it.
It's better.
Hold on, I gotta go before Miles because I know exactly what's coming. You play her at 65 and you throw a bike on her. Now she's 13, 13, 26, and she's getting across the board and smashing something in the face.
55.
Yeah.
How is she 6? I'm confused because you don't. She's only modifying her combat base +1 for anything with 5 or more.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah, that's fine.
65, and then the bike, right?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, we're throwing it. We're putting a bike on her.
We are. She's 55. She's not 65. You're not paying points for those leg extensions. What you're going to do is, and I'm going to tell you why. You're going to pay those points for timebreaker pogs that are autonomous. And you're going to take those power actions and you're going to give her those leg extensions.
And then you're throwing her across the board.
Yeah.
Then you throw her across the board because now she's going to be 13 speed with sidestep. So now it's going to be sidestep for 2 and then charge for 8 with giant reach 4.
She's so dumb.
I mean, that was the old.
I knew what was coming. I just didn't know the time breakers were involved.
Yeah, the time breakers are involved. It's totally fine, and then that way you're able to just load her up on all these extensions. And so when they knock her back, she's gonna get knocked back 7, 8 squares, and then she might kill a time breaker. That's whatever. It's 5 points, and then you're going to give her more leg extensions and potentially have a 50% chance of healing her of that max 1 damage that she took.
The leg extensions are not equipment, correct?
No.
Oh, yeah. So then throw Mjolnir on her. Let's go. She's worthy.
You need a motorcycle. You want to give her that charge.
Ah, damn it. We gave her a motorcycle already. Forget it.
Yeah, see, but you also
Right.
want to. You also this is where it gets important too. Is that it's like, do you just do that one shot to deal her 1 damage for that flurry? And I almost think that you do. I think you say whatever. We're going to lose that 2 sidestep, but that's fine because now she's going to be an 11 for 4 twice with an 8 movement charge and giant reach 4. So she has a 12 reach by herself. And so TK gets her all the way across the map, and she's going to be hitting 11 for 4 twice. Miss there.
What do you have to say now, Redman?
I would say that's something you can do.
You can do it for less than 100 points. So now you have you have more than 200 points to build around it too.
Is definitely something you can do, sir.
No one's doing
It's still
that.
better than you can do. So, but if you look at this, so let's look. So 70 points.
Yeah.
Okay, where we'll put the bike, and then we're going to pay for however many points it is for the time breaker to get to 70. So there's going to be 3 time breakers.
Okay.
That's still a better 70 points spent than Chase Deadpool with the gauntlet.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
I mean,
So,
is that really like a comparison we have to make here?
Is better than Deadpool.
Again, is that a comparison we have to make?
I mean,
Yes, because I'm trying to get it through Westpool's head that he needs a Lady Stiltman with time breakers and a motorcycle, and that's how he's going to win.
Okay.
To be fair, you know what her original cost is equal to?
What?
Lady Mastermind.
Exactly. Lady Mastermind has she decided to marry Stiltman.
Lady Mastermind can't get leg extensions and do cool things with a bunch of time breakers, can she?
If
Well,
only.
you know what the cool thing though is that this in the Degeneration Click lore, this is Lady Mastermind after she was Stiltman. So
Does she have the Kryptonian keyword?
no, that's why she's good.
She's not good. Get out of here.
I'm with Miles on this one.
No.
The time breakers is a better idea than mine, but for 55 points, you got something here, okay?
Saying.
I mean, if you're doing it, you're definitely going in with the time breakers, and you just have them building her leg extensions. Just the thought of it's funny.
Yeah,
Just
she is
a little
meme for that exact
cockroach
reason.
sweatshop putting together leg extensions. Hey, that was worth the whole episode right there. Web Slinger,
Howdy. Name's Webslinger.
Why does the horse need a mask?
To conceal her face. Giddy!
PD and Spider-Man TA, Spider-Man Family Animal Past Police. Patrick O'Hara, Earth 31913. Pilot, is that a horse wearing a mask? When revealing your force, you may choose a single base character on your sideline as the animal keyword. You may turn it to any click. Webslinger can use the standard attack and damage powers displayed on that character's dial. When Webslinger is KO'd before removing from the map, generate the chosen character from your sideline on its last non-KO click. This game, that character can't be healed or replaced and isn't scored. When KO'd Protected Pulse Wave, you have a trait Quick Draw. When Webslinger hits with a range attack, if it was during your first action this turn after resolutions, remove an action token. Then you have a special defense power on 4 of his 7 clicks. And that is ESD, Super Senses, Improved Movement Elevated, 5 range, 2 targets, 7 clicks, 75 points, Running Shot, that special defense power range combat experts, really 12 for 4. And then at the end of your dial, you have no movement. 11, 16 super senses without wit. All right. I feel like we're having to go to the mad scientist back to back. Miles, what animal is going on this piece for your pilot?
Well, first off, I think you're going to be playing him with his son, Miguel O'Hara, like every time. First off. That's just... Yeah.
Just because?
He's not really a son.
Oh.
Yeah, because they share a name O'Hara and they're both Spider-Man, so it's just a joke.
They're related.
Not father and son.
No, they're related.
Yeah, they're related.
They are.
I know what I'm putting out as my pilot probably because it's just funny. So.
Well, the trait's getting fixed. Like let's just get that out of the way.
Which one?
Because this is not the new ones. The pilot trait.
Oh, is it written the old way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's going to be the hey. You get
so animal. If we're looking at current animals, a single base animal. I guess you can put Man-Thing on there.
Why?
Potentially.
He has no attack power to copy. Like that's.
Oh no, it isn't Quake. Yeah, that isn't one.
Yeah.
Is it worth putting Universal Weapon on him and trying to double down with like Pensai Precision Strike or Energy Explosion Precision Strike or something like that?
I would use
Wally West.
Oh no, I would have done Displacer Beast actually. Precision Strike and Perplex.
Yeah, that's
this
not
thing
bad.
is super strength, bro.
Precision Strike and Power. Yeah, I'm not sure. Ooh, I know Battle Fury would take away his range.
Sorry, I walked off. Are we giving him a bike yet, or are we just still figuring out pilots?
I like it with Universal Weapon on him. The Lizard gives him Precision Strike Shape Change.
I mean, I think you give him a bike. I mean, it makes him 90 points. You know?
He already has Running Shot and a 4 through 6 Super Senses and ESD.
Yeah.
He does not get a bike.
You give him a motorcycle.
No.
A +2 speed charge.
He doesn't. He
and
has a
he gives
horse.
someone with like 8.
Nope.
So now he's a flip from both range.
Nope.
And close.
No.
Yeah.
Why are we not giving him a glider though?
That's not.
I like the Universal Weapon.
Yeah, you give him a glider, Precision Strike. Yeah.
I still like the Universal Weapon is a good call, obviously. But I feel like Pilot is something that could be good just because it's like, again, it's something that just the utility of what you can get with Pilot for what powers you can copy is kind of huge.
This is going to be one of those pieces that Dan plays that I have to ask how many powers this damn thing actually has.
Thanks, Pete.
Lizard gives him Precision Strike and Shape Change, and then with the Universal Weapon, you can choose to go with Pensai, Pulse Wave, or Energy Explosion. That's a great combo.
That is very good.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
But then that's still 85 points, so I don't think it's the best, but I think that's what I would do with this guy.
How do I get a bike and the Universal Weapon on him at the same time?
You play a piece named the Collector instead.
Yeah, there you go.
So the Universal Weapon is going to be essentially you're going to have multiple pilot options, and so each game instead of at the beginning of a turn, it's going to be at the beginning of a game. You figure out what attack power you want. So that way you're able to pay 15 points for the bike and 0 points for the Universal Weapon.
How is that better
That's
than
how you get around.
No, nope, not giving you this one. No bike
I
on Web
knew
Slinger.
not. I mean,
Nope.
he just asked the question,
He's
and I asked
happy.
him how he could get.
He's happy on a horse. Lizard is a great pilot, and he gets the universal weapon.
So you will say no bike, but you did not say no glider. So there's still legs there.
I said universal weapon.
The glider's good. I mean, you get energy shield deflection, energy explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Giving him shape change.
I'm with you, Miles.
And always having precision strike, and then depending on the situation, with 2 bolts, you can either pick Pensai or energy explosion, or just pulse wave. That's a great combo.
I guess my question is, would Poseidon be worth it? He is technically a single base, and he gives Psy Blast and shape change.
He's an animal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's an animal. That's his animal.
How is he an
That's
animal?
what he is. It's just.
He's the. I don't know exactly. I'd have to actually dig that up, but that's
where I get disappointed is that they give Poseidon animal, yet Kangaroo, Grizzly, and the Spot can't get Spider-Man Revenge Squad. Like, come on, Whiskets, do better.
Niche keyword though.
I think that just tells you the Gibbon is not coming.
Yeah, there you go.
No, the Gibbon will. Because there's going to be the Spider-Man Revenge Squad versus the Great Lake Avengers at some Golden Age tournament. That's going to be the greatest game ever not streamed.
So I think if my choice, it would be Poseidon, just because that would be. I mean, generating a giant late game would be wild. So
you can just be on your sideline anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm back in the soundboard again for this. There we go.
All right, Spider Biodroid. This is the first chase, 050. Spider-Man Family TA, Spider-Man Family Future Monster Robot Soldier. He has a trait, Soldier of the Great Nest. The first time Spider Biodroid would be KO'd, you may instead turn him to click 9. If you do, this game he has when Spider Biodroid would take damage from a game effect, he takes 1 unavoidable damage instead, and at the end of your turn, deal Spider Biodroid 1 unavoidable damage, protected pulse wave. He has a special speed power, which is Join Us or Die. Sidestep. When this click is first revealed, you may choose a character with the Spider-Man Family keyword on your sideline of 50 points or less and generate it on its starting click. Your opponent scores that character now instead of when it's KO'd. And then a special attack power, which is inverse phase termination. Energy explosion. When Spider Biodroid uses it, damage dealt to each hit character is equal to the number of characters adjacent to that character instead. And then he's got improved movement through characters and improved targeting hindering. 6 range, 1 bolt. He only has a 70-point line, and he's kind of built like the deceased style zombies. So he has, for 70 points, 6 clicks of health. He starts with an 8 running shot, 11 special attack power, 18 impervious, and a 3 range combat expert. And then if he does get KO'd, he goes to click 9. He has those 3 clicks like those zombies do. Only the first click is that special speed power, and then a 12 Pensai, 19 willpower, and 4 shape change. I did not see this guy before. I think he's actually pretty cool. He looks like at least a lot of fun.
He's way better than Deadpool Chase. And he's 5 points less.
And we know Westpool loves Spider-Man figures, so maybe this is the chase that he goes after.
I mean, he'll definitely see play in the monthly game for Robot for sure.
Yeah, he seems like an easy pick for that. I think I like
There
him
is a lot of teams that do that a lot, and doing the damage dealt is equal to the number of characters adjacent to the hit target is huge.
And just being able to see through hindering. Not enough characters do that right now, and 6 range is way above average.
Big. And he's a 12 for 4 top dial. I mean, that's not nothing. So, and you have energy explosion, which is great. So
he's good.
That's it.
I like him a lot.
I think this guy gets universal weapon for 80 points, and he's doing something.
Why not a bike for 85?
You want to give him a bike because he needs that 4 through 6 senses.
God damn it.
In this case, I don't actually disagree with him.
Honestly, starting with impervious is nice and all, but I think that 4 through 6 senses, especially top dial, is so important.
Well, and what's interesting is mid dial, his defense goes up. So
Yeah.
he's just going to be really difficult to want to attack at all.
And then giving that free, that I guess it gives your opponent 50 points, but still, you're able to really have options on the sideline, and so and that can change a game. Like once he's dead, like okay, crap,
Yeah,
this
It's
thing.
not even when he's
Or-
dead though. It's just when
It's when he
he
goes
goes
out,
to his
dude.
zombie
That's-
clicks.
yeah.
Yeah. So then you have a
And so
sidestep
you look at-
Pensai.
And so
You
now
know-
you're going to look at like figures like that Spider Ham, the non-prime, even like he becomes good. Like there could be potential for even the prime Spider Ham. Like even if he scores him, who cares? Late game that could be huge. The non-prime I think is also a good choice because late game they can't heal. So like even if you did have Bloodstone on there, that could be huge. Like okay, yeah, you can hit me, but you're not healing. So
You know where points don't matter?
Monthly.
The monthly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's 50 points. Don't care
Yeah,
about it.
you can take that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
I know the bike would give him what charge then when he's on his sidestep clicks, but then he already has super senses, so I do think that bike is just not going to be worth the 15.
No, my thing.
the reason why it's going to be is so even when he's on those clicks, he's going to have a 4 through 6 senses instead of just a 6 because he just has willpower on those last 3 clicks.
With the 6
of his zombie,
range,
right?
6 range, you just TK him back.
Why not just give him the Bucky's arm then instead? It's 5 points. You get senses on it, so you'll have a 5/6 for the first 3 clicks, and a 4. It.
But it's going to give him +2 speed, so even his running shot, now that 6 range is essentially an 8 range because you're also getting that +2 speed for his running shot. Like you're using that motorcycle not for charge, it's for the super senses and the +2 speed.
Yeah, what I'm saying though is that for the first 3 clicks of his dial, you're using it for the super senses. Then he has super senses, so then you're just using it for the charge. It's not doing anything once he takes 3 clicks of damage, is what my point is.
But it will be once you get on the 9, 10, and 11.
But you're a range attacker, not a close attacker. At least.
Yeah, then you're charge Pensai.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
I guess that's my thought. That it doesn't
still,
synergize quite as well as I want it to with something like that.
Okay, so for instance, like he gets hit with something that does penetrating damage, it's going to just go straight through that. The 4 through 6 senses are going to get that extra survivability.
Then he's got 4 through 6 after he gets hit from that, and you also have Fortify if he gets it. I think you just play it safe with him, TK him back, and really use that. He's got range. I like him with Universal.
Motorcycle. You know how cool people, when they're on a motorcycle, you ever seen that weird like old dude that just you don't think you could ever get a chick, and then you see him with a hot chick, and how did he get with her? It's because he has a bike. They're adventurous.
This guy's. I have seen this guy sculpt though. He screams 90s commando style looking thing, like one of those weird things, like when action figures start getting to their like 8th or 9th wave, and they start having like Rockstar Raphael. Spider Biodroid is that character for Spider-Man for sure.
Or the Michelangelo with the guitar you fill with water and you can squirt out of his mouth. The Hawaiian one. Oh, that was awesome.
Yes, Hawaiian Michelangelo.
Yeah, you want to take the water? Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Next one we have is 051. He's 75 points. It is Gauntlet Spider-Man.
Start. I don't feel so good.
He has a Spider-Man TA. Avengers, Spider-Man family, cosmic, reporter, and scientist keywords. He has a trait with the greatest power. When Spider-Man starts the game, he generates and equips an Infinity Gauntlet special equipment or Gauntlet equipment special object, which does. He gives you cosmic energy and perplex. So that's the way that works. It's interesting. So it looks like you can actually pay for him to start with a Mjolnir. And since he generates it and then equips it, it's actually not at the start of the game. So that means that you just unequip Mjolnir, so you can get Mjolnir for free on your team. He's 4 range triple targets. Starts with 6, 11, 18, 3 with hypersonic speed, precision strike, invincible, and outwit. He's that for 3 clicks. Followed by leap climb for his last 4 at 8 speed, 11 attack with incap. 18 defense with a special for 1 click, which is stop senses. When this click is revealed, after resolutions, remove all equipment on the map or equipped, and all game elements on sideline from the game. Then end the durations of any effects created by the removed sideline elements. Game elements removed from sidelines this way only score points paid to add them to a sideline. Spider-Man can't be healed above this click. Then he has special damage power his entire turn, which is empower probability control. Spider-Man may use prob control twice a turn. And so this is what I'm going to tell you right now is what you're going to do is you're going to do one shots to just give him unavoidable damage, because once you do that, it's totally just, there's no Beetlejuice, there's no Mimic, there's nothing.
I think you definitely make that an option, but I don't mind building into, so like what you said, you start with Mjolnir, then you make this drop Mjolnir, and then you equip the Infinity Gauntlet. Well, then why wouldn't you just, because it drops in its place, so just I would auto equip it and then drop this, and now you can give anything you want on your team power cosmic and perplex, and he still has Mjolnir.
Yeah, which is still really good. So,
and then you have that threat of this guy being able to take away anything on sidelines and the equipment also. I like that combo,
And you
honestly.
bring him out there.
What's that?
Because people are not going to really want to hit him. You just send him to go kamikaze, because once that's revealed, so even if they ignore stop clicks, it doesn't matter when the click is revealed. So people are going to be very hesitant about that because you're removing all equipment from the games. But the interesting thing with that is not going to remove collectors nor Mjolnir. That's going to be on Spider-Man, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Or is it just opposing effect for Mjolnir? I think a Mjolnir is just opposing effects. So
it would remove it too. Yeah, he'd be gone. Yep.
So you're not scoring Keaton because you're not paying for him. You can score gods. You can score one shots.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But still, the fact that they are no longer available on the sideline is big.
But
no, it's interesting.
Even going up in points, I guess you're paying points to do one shots though.
Yeah, not necessarily.
No,
that depends on the chase.
You only score one shots if you turn them over.
Yeah.
Right.
If you turn them over, you don't score them.
Well, you're trying to trigger him on your own though, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
like I said, that's an option.
Yeah, you can just throw them out there. You can just throw them out there and let them do the work eventually, because it's not like you can avoid this guy with an 11 precision strike and just let him run around your team and not hit him.
If you just send him out there and they have Keaton on the map, like they're going to be hesitant about putting him on the sideline. Like they're going to have to keep him on the map until they get past that stop click.
Well, they have to make a decision if they want to even hit him, which I feel like you have to, but then you're losing a ton of stuff.
But you also have to look too where it says when this click is revealed. It's not the first time this click is revealed. So that means that you can heal him up to that click and remove if you have to. If they have things that, like Keaton goes to the sideline.
Come out later.
You can heal him up to that click and then he's removed from the game.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something with this guy for sure.
I mean, he's really cool. I do kind of wish he interacted with the Infinity Gem one-shots. He feels like he should. It's literally Spider-Man with the gauntlet.
If you look at it, that trait does interact with them.
Well,
it stops you from using it. That's the entire point. I wish Thanos never the Infinity Gems.
Yeah.
We stopped one shot from, so he does interact with them.
Yeah.
By just removing them.
I think Dan just meant you should get him on your sideline if you wanted
him.
Yeah. It probably just messes his points.
Like,
I feel like this guy should have been in the collector's set. He even has the base, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has the gold base.
They decided to put Deadpool in his place and say, for 5 points less, let's put in Deadpool instead of Spider-Man, because,
that was a mistake.
Yeah, like this Spider-Verse has one gauntlet chase. And,
I mean,
he's probably really better than... This is probably the best gauntlet chase that there is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Panther would have a word.
No, this guy controls the map. It's 75
Panther
points.
Panther can only be played at 125, so that's 50 points more than him.
Mm-hmm. And Loki's some things there.
Yeah, he gets free Mjolnir.
This guy's great. I mean, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, you look at him as a 55-point figure because he gets a free 20-point equipment. And he's handing out Power Cosmic or Cosmic Energy and Perplex.
Yep.
Because he generates that equipment.
Which is huge.
You'll definitely see me playing him for sure. This is just, I don't know if he's like modern competitive, but he is.
Oh, no, he's 100% modern competitive.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt.
That's where he is the best because that's where you're stacking your sidelines, paying points for all this stuff and equipment. I mean,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he's
so look at this. So now you're gonna go against like Butterfly team.
I guess what my thinking is then would you want to build where you're not doing that a lot? Because I mean, again, he's removing everything. That's yours too.
Well, you build your team to play this guy, but other people aren't going to be ready for him.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Scientist, and he's going to be the only figure that shares a keyword with Mern, and Mern's starting to pick up even more steam because everyone's saying how Hidari Yao needs Mern. And so now Mern's going to be called in with Butterfly, and he's going to be the only character that can be seen. So they're going to be hesitant about attacking him because now Butterfly's gone. Like right off the bat, Butterfly's gone. So that way they don't, they can't just replace him with Butterfly. With Butterfly being gone, that means that they can no longer play Butterfly Swarms. That means that they can no longer mind control through Butterfly Swarms.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're going to be very hesitant about using Mern's ability to try and KO him. No, he really changes how it's going to be played because they're very important things on their sideline, being one-shots, the gods, plus their equipment.
I mean, I understand that. All I meant was the fact that, like, would you then want to play a team where you're not having as many of that stuff, like, or your sideline?
Yeah, you build into it. You build into the gimmick, and I think the gimmick's worth being built around.
Dan, are you asking, when you're building a team to bring to an event, are you thinking you might come across this guy, so you're doing less of this stuff?
No. If you're playing him, what I'm saying is your sideline options are not going to be costed type of stuff. It's probably going to be like, hey, I'll play one shot. I'll play things that aren't going to cost me points. I'm not going to play as much equipment because then when he triggers, you immediately go up a bunch of points. Right? Because you're like, how many things are equipped now? Like what most of teams basically have 30 plus a point in equipment probably. If you're even if you're getting it for free, it still costs points eventually. So
yeah. You're gonna go on even if your sideline has gods on it, you're gonna have people that can get the gods for free. Stuff like with Ares because you're not gonna get points for that. Yeah, 100%. You don't.
Yeah, you build into the gimmick on this guy for sure.
That's all I'm thinking about is like, well, I would do that, but then
I think it's worth doing it. I really do. I think that this is what they should have had without Keaton because trying to do all the sideline shenanigans and everything. This is the answer to the sideline right here. Like even more so than Panther. But it's a pure gimmick thing, and that's what I like about it.
There's a team here for sure.
I just think you don't attack him until you have to.
But that's just it. You run this guy up, and he's got Pulse Wave with Mjolnir, so now he's just gonna Pulse Wave with Precision Strike.
No, he's great. I'm not saying he's not. I guess my only question is so reading this top click. So when he's revealed, all resolutions remove all equipment on the map or equipped and all game elements, but not Mjolnir. Get that from the game and end durations.
Mjolnir's gone too. No, he loses Mjolnir.
Okay.
Pretty sure because I think Mjolnir is only opposing effects.
Yeah, Mjolnir's only opposing. Yeah, so that's the interesting thing though about that is that if you're playing Mjolnir on your team, you don't have to worry about it.
So it says sideline elements. So is that just on your opponent's sideline or all sideline?
That's
elements?
everything.
So who's scoring all those points then for your sideline?
Your opponent would.
Okay. So all right, that makes sense.
Your opponent also scores all your equipment that's removed. So they get 20 points for Mjolnir.
Well, you didn't pay for it.
No, but you still rescore the points for Mjolnir because it's still removed.
Yeah.
It says
it's the same.
Game elements removed. Oh, that's only from sidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna build this guy, you're not gonna put a lot of equipment or anything that you're giving points away.
No, that was the thought.
Because if somebody does that, then I'm just gonna hit this guy and take all their equipment. and get those points.
Yeah, but it also depends on the balance, I guess, right? If you have a bunch of like equipment and stuff on too, like I mean, then you go down all of your stuff too. So
Yeah. So, but if butterfly's removed from the game, do you score butterfly then?
No, you would only score it once you kill the person that
you would
came
make
in, right?
yeah,
Because that's
they
how
just wouldn't
Panther
get
Yeah,
a
but
works.
swap
they
back out.
don't make the
to
butterfly
butterfly.
swarm either. Yeah, no, I still think it is, and then even all the one shots, because there's a lot of teams that are depending on those one shots, and so yeah, you throw up Spider-Man, it's like, okay, yeah, go ahead, use your rival. I don't care.
It's kind of an interesting anti-meta piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
So most meta play, like you throw equipment on everything or something else to change a piece fundamentally to make it do something more advantageous. And this piece says, all right, here I am. And if you hit me to this, like it's going to completely alter whatever plan you had.
You control the
So
game.
he'll get played for sure.
I don't think he's gonna get played by a lot of people because, like you said, it's not meta. It's a meta. It's anti-meta, and so I think that it's still gonna see quite a bit of play just because of the fringe. But I think it's high level fringe because it counters everything in the meta. It's one of the rare instances where this one figure, like, you don't want to play if you're playing meta, but if you're not playing meta, you want to play it. So it balances the fringe, I think.
Yeah, it's the perfect fringe style piece.
Spider-Man 052. He has the Asgardian Spider-Man family and warrior keywords. He's 55 points. He's got 2 traits, a special attack and a special defense power. He has Wall Crawler as the first trait, and then the second trait is Power of Mjolnir, Blades Claws, but can use it during close or range attacks, and may roll a D8 instead of a D6. And then the special attack power, which appears on clicks 1 through 5, is when Spider-Man hits after resolutions, choose one. Give a hit character an action token, or place a hit character in a square adjacent to Spider-Man. And then the defense power, which appears on click 3, is Stop Super Sense's Toughness. He starts with 2 clicks of Force Blast with the attack power, Super Senses, and Prob. And then the last 5 clicks of his speed power is Sidestep. He gets 3 more clicks of that attack power, and then 2 clicks of Quake. He gets the stop click, and then 2 more clicks of senses, and then 2 clicks of reflexes, and then on clicks 3 through 5, he has close combat expert, and the last 2 clicks no damage power. He also has the Spider-Man TA, of course. So,
What's your take on him?
I don't know. Like the lack of movement attack top dial is an odd choice, but the D, I mean, he's another gimmick. I feel like I don't know. That's my take on it. He feels more like a gimmick piece.
He's 70 points. You give him a cycle.
He's awesome.
I mean, I don't
You're
get me
gonna
wrong.
give me a gimmick.
I like him a lot. Don't get me wrong, and I'm gonna roll the D8 every chance I get. So
absolutely.
Just to hit the 8 and be like, here's 8 damage.
I think that you're going to give him the motorcycle just because it's just when he hits, and so you're able to choose depending on your matchup whether you want it to be, because he already has senses, whether you want the charge with +2 speed, which would give him a 7 charge, with a placement of 4, or even running shot, which will give him a 6 running shot with 4 range, free place. So it gives you options. I think like this is outside of the whole entire gag of bike or no bike. Like this is legitimately like I think you do give him a motorcycle because based off the matchup, running shot and charge, he benefits from both.
Yeah, I mean he's cheap enough. That's the thing. So
here's my only question. Name me another 70-point piece that can do 8 damage, and now name me another 55-point piece that can do 8 damage potentially, and I'll wait.
Sky Tyrant.
Guy Tyrant at 50?
Yeah.
It's 6. I said 8.
Is there a way to make people colossal? I thought there was an Ant-Man that does it, but there's not.
You make him giant.
Just a giant? Yeah, because I'm thinking you can Ares bomb with this guy and roll the D8, right?
Yes.
That's hilarious. And why are you saying this is the thing, you're like the most one that's like, no. This should never.
For now,
Oh, no, it's
75
stupid.
Give him a motorcycle. If you give him the motorcycle and make him giant, I think giant reach, 2 is totally fine. You're going to be able to place him 4. So you can TK him. So he'll be on from 1 to 5. Place to square 9. And then he charges for 7.
And then he rolls a
He's
D8
11.
for blades with the prob.
Every time.
D8. Yeah.
I mean, that's funny. Don't get me wrong. I'll do it. That's
No, yeah, like I said, the jokes aside with the bike, I think that you give him a bike. Like, I don't even think it's even a question.
I mean, these were this previous one and this chase were the 2 chases that I really want, or 2 out of the 3 chases that I really wanted. I was like, these are cool. So I mean, yeah, that'd be hilarious. I'll do it, and then someone will be very mad at me when I roll like 2 7s and an 8.
Now, just to add insult to injury, then you also get to choose if you give that character an action token after they possibly just took 8 damage, and or put them in a square adjacent to them. So
exactly.
Blades is just an instead of, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can still just running shot blades, right? Because you can do it from range.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Ares says you have to make a close attack. So.
Yeah, but that's why you give him the bike, because the bike's going to give you that option of hitting it from range and then placing him behind him, so then you're able to follow up with another attack.
Yeah, but if you're trying to Ares, you have to make the close attack.
Ares is in charge, but that's fine.
Change it based off what you're going against, because you can change it at the beginning of every game. So that's a plus right there.
Oh yeah, no, that's good.
You can have the Ares option, but like it's totally fine. You're like, you know what, this option, like I'm gonna do a range shot because I want to kill box this one figure, and then there'll be another game where like Ares bomb. So yeah, no, this is twice. Like outside of jokes, like this is legitimately like there's no other question. You play him at 70 points, you always give him the bike.
Just because of Ares' existence, this is automatically getting played.
Yeah. The D8.
And I know people are going to think it needs a win ruling. It does not need a win ruling. It's looking for if this character it's when this character uses blades. So it's whatever that character's blades is. It's the same thing with the Legacy Carnage and why he was able to take advantage of the swords like Vermilion, because he already had blades. So you're able to use that with the object. It's whenever he uses blades from any source. It's not from a specific source, like how Ares is worded. Or Ares is worded the exact same way. So it's, no win rule there.
Yeah, there's something here with this guy, too. Lots of potential and only 70 points to pull it off.
053, Captain Universe. Power Cosmic, Spider-Man TA. Avengers Champion, Spider-Man Family Cosmic. It's Miles Morales of Earth 1610. He's got the Friends Across the Spider-Verse, which works really well with him because he's got a huge point cost. And then he's got on part of his dial, he's got a special attack power. I've got 2 words for you. Right on brand, Miles. Nice job. Giant Reach 3, Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Captain Universe uses it, damage dealt is unavoidable. Uh-oh. Back to those days. He's got a special defense power twice. Pile on, stop, impervious super senses once per turn. During your turn, when a friendly character of the Spider-Man family keyword is placed adjacent to Captain Universe after resolutions, that character may make an attack. And then he's got the on the front half of his dial, 200 points, and then 2 starting clicks on his 100 point is Enigma Force, Venom Strike, Range Combat Expert. When Captain Universe hits with a range attack after resolutions, give each hit character an action token. He is 200 or 100. He sees through everything. Improved targeting elevated. Hindering, blocking, and characters. He's 6 range, 2 target. He flies. He is 11 clicks at 200, and he is looks like 7 clicks at 100. So this is gonna get played. Does anybody think otherwise?
You know, our podcast is known for bike or no bike. There's another podcast, and it goes perfect with that special attack power, which is I've got 2 words for you, because you know there's one person that is going to play this, and it's Dan Powell. So those are the 2 words. I think that the improved targeting just blocking shouldn't exist for anything that's able to attack. I think for figures like Kevin that's able to see through it, I think for support pieces it's fine. It's everything that's able to just ignore the map, I think it's just not good. Like I realize there's gonna be another figure that's gonna fix it, but ignoring blocking for targeting is just something that shouldn't exist.
Yeah, I am not a fan of all that stuff. I feel 200 points, you're probably not doing that, right? But even at 100 points now, you can build enough around that and kind of break it with all the seeing through everything.
Yeah.
What are we giving this guy then to extra break him?
Well, so you're going to be able to extra break him. I mean, you don't really need to give him that much. In silver, it becomes a lot more of a problem because you're able to up that damage. Luckily, his damage value isn't that great, but obviously there's ways to do that with Weasel. You're going to be able to TK a running shot. That's 8 plus 6 is going to be 14. So like he's one square away. So if he's carrying Weasel because he has flight, he gets full map and he's going to be a 12 for 4 that sees through everything with precision strike.
Well, he's already got range combat expert.
It's going to be 13 for 5.
Yeah.
From 7
you're able to,
with precision strike, shooting through everything, 2 bolts.
Yeah. No, it's
and that's without throwing anything on him.
Yeah, there's going to be a character coming up that is going to be very important because I know we were talking about that figure, the Gauntlet Spider-Man. It's probably going to have to be played because, you're going to be seeing this chapter universe is 100% going to be seen at Adepticon. I know Collector's seeing a lot of play, but Collector might be your best bet against a figure like this, but even so, I guess, honestly, to break him further, I think that you just want to make him that much harder to hit, and you want to give him that +2 speed. You give him senses 4 through 6. This is another figure that I think for 115 points is worth it.
Yeah, I would say for sure.
If he's already a third of your build, and so you want to try and protect him as much as you can, and by giving him that 4 through 6 senses instead of just impervious that can't reduce pen and a 6 is just not good enough. And then I don't even think that the Bucky's arm is good enough. I think you want to give him that +2 speed. And give them the option of charge if you really have to, and then 4 through 6 senses.
The 2 extra speed is huge. Yeah, you're for 15 points. You're now a 6 running shot with a 6 range, and then super senses on a 4 through 6 instead of just a 6. So that seems like a well worth 15 points if you're already playing 100.
Well, then late dial, he already has charge, but now it's going to be a 6 charge with giant reach 3 with unavoidable blades.
Right. So it helps you late.
The Ares Bomb. Late game Ares Bomb is just going to win a game for you.
Yep. And then you're going to have on that stop click, if you do get put to that stop click, then you still have your 4 through 6 senses also.
Yeah, and that also, the giant reach, you're able to improve targeting through that. So he sees through everything.
No.
He's going to see through blocking and everything.
Improved targeting is only range attacks.
Yeah.
Because I thought that that would work with the Thor, and once I went...
Giant Reach Lance improved targeting hindering.
Yeah, that's Giant Reach, though. But you're talking about his elevated through blocking and through characters.
So elevated...
No, the only one that's during range attacks is the destroys blocking the Starburst. That's the only one that happens during range attacks.
Oh, is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sees through everything. For his blades, giant reach 3.
All right, then.
Yes. Yeah, because you can just read it. It says elevated, just says lines of fire drawn by this character are not blocked by elevated terrain. Has nothing to do with blocking or with range attacks.
Okay. Yeah.
It's only once.
Only the Starburst one is the it has to be during range attacks.
Yeah, that's what
the
I'm
giant reach. The character is also with Mjolnir, so that means that Yeah, no, that still works.
Yeah, Dana's right. I'm thinking of the one that destroys blocking.
Yeah, so the Ares Bomb late game will just destroy everyone.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to Electro.
It is I who has the power, and I who shall rule. I even sense the energy in your body.
054, Spider-Man Syndicate team ability. Frightful 4, Sinister Syndicate keywords. He has a trait, EM Repulsion. Friendly characters with the Sinister Syndicate keyword can use energy shield deflection. Then a special attack power, Fry the Webhead, Energy Explosion. When Electro uses it after resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to any character that evaded the attack. And then a special damage power, Electrical Arcing. Range Combat Expert. At the beginning of your turn, you may roll a d6, 4 through 6, deal 2 damage to an opposing character within range and line of fire. So he's got 2 point values, either 75 or 50. He has a 5 range. Is that 3 bolts? Yeah, 3 bolts. And flight, on the 75 point line, he has 8 clicks of health and has an 8 running shot, 11 special attack power, 18 toughness, and 3 special damage power. And then if you go to 50, you don't start with any of the special stuff. It's just a 6 running shot, 10 pensai, 17 super senses, and 3 enhancement. And then at the last 2 clicks, 7 and 8, you do go and get that special damage power. So the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all going to be the final chases for the Sinister Syndicate. What do you guys think about this guy?
Good.
Yeah,
so you only play him at 75 with Sandman once we get to him. That's why. Because you really want to take advantage of that damage power. And being able to evade, like, that's really good. Sorry, you're going to take 1 pen anyway. So, like, if Hadar Yao, for instance, is on her 60 point line, she loses her special damage power just instantly, even if she makes senses. So you don't even care.
That's a good point. 75 just seems like a lot for someone that's not doing that much after he takes 3 clicks.
No, it is. No, I know, but he's just not good enough at 50. Once we get to Sandman, where its damage can't be reduced below his printed damage value.
Mm-hmm.
So now characters that are within range of line of fire, if you roll a 4 or 6, are now going to take 2 damage minimum.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if they have. So that's why you play him, and so yeah, it's tough, and so this is one of the figures that you want to try and this is where Mastermind would be huge. And there is a Pog that does give Mastermind, and so I've been potentially looking at that. Like, could that be worth it? Dogpool, you carry around Dogpool just to Mastermind.
Oh, that's right.
To try and yeah. Unfortunately, you can't get Falcon Red Wing on theme with him, or else you'd be able to just keep Dogpool this alive over and over again. But yeah, you want to be able to survive that first attack. He's going to be at 20 range from range, so that can help him potentially. But you want that, because if he's able to do two damage within range and line of fire, like that's just ridiculous right there. Like, no, you can't reduce it, with Sandman. And so that's going to be 125 points of your build, which seems like a lot, but I mean, that damage can add up.
Well, Sandman's a little bit down here, so let's go on to the next one, and we'll talk about Sandman shortly.
So once again, if we have the worst chase of the set, not quite as bad as Deadpool, but almost. It's Vulture.
This is none of your business. Well, fine, but don't blame me if you get a splinter in your wing. Who is this flying flamingo?
Sinister Syndicate and Underworld. He has Sinister Syndicate and Scientist. He has 2 traits. His first trait is Anti-Gravity Harness. Friendly characters with the Sinister Syndicate keyword have Underworld. When they use it, they may carry 2 characters with the Sinister Syndicate keyword regardless of point value. Second trait is Air Superiority. Opposing characters that can't use Improved Movement Elevated modify their speed and range -1. So it's a Flight and Leap Climb grant Improved Movement Elevated. He's 75 or 50 points, 3 range, 1 target. Starts with a 10, 11, 18, 3 with a special speed power for his first 4 clicks. Quake, Combat Reflexes, and Outwit. Special speed power is a Dive Bomb, which is charge, and when an opposing character is placed within 4 squares of Vulture by an effect other than knockback. After resolutions, you may roll a d6, 4 through 6. Place Vulture adjacent to that character, then deal that character 1 penetrating damage. 50 points, starts with 8, 10, 17, 2, with the speed power, super strength, leadership, and combat reflexes, before going into flurry, willpower, super strength, and outwit. And his last 2 clicks is flurry, blades with an 11 attack, willpower, and 3 damage outwit, and then his last click is the special speed power with blades, willpower, and outwit. The one thing that to be known is that you do shut off improved movement with the barrel. So if you have the barrel, they modify their speed and range -1, which can be good on certain maps. But
50 points.
yeah, I mean, all
good.
jokes aside, he's yeah, I'm playing him over Deadpool because he's a scientist. No, he's trash. It's he's just no. I don't see anyone why you would ever play him. He doesn't make scientists better. He doesn't make Sinister Syndicate better, like at all.
Yeah, he needs a lot. Like improved movement through characters would have been a lot better, especially since his power is you place them adjacent to him.
Yeah, and the bike just doesn't even help him.
Which is rare, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could give him +2 speed for that charge and super senses and then hope that you only take like 1 damage. But even then with Flurry, he's a 10 attack, which is just trash.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one.
This is Dr. Octopus.
Is that the money? Excellent.
He is 75 or 50 points. I think all the Sinister Six chases are that. He's got Sinister Six TA. He's Master of Evil, Sinister Syndicate, Thunderbolts, and Scientist. He's got a trait, a special attack power, and a special damage power. His trait is Founding the Sinister Six, Giant Reach 4, Leadership. When a friendly character with the Sinister Six keyword uses it, or Leadership, they consider other friendly characters within 4 squares of themselves to be adjacent. That's awesome. There was a Kingpin a while ago that you could do that, and this is really good too. His attack power, which is on his low dial, which I find really weird, is Arms of the Octopus. When Dr. Octopus or a friendly character that replaced their attack value with his attack, with his attacks, the attack roll of 8 are critical hits. That's kind of cool. And then the damage power, which appears on click 1 through 3, and then click 8 is always superior. Outwit. If an opposing character has been hit this turn, it can't use protected outwit. That's pretty big, but
so Oliver has a really good plan with this guy. He just said, "I'm just gonna roll 8s all the time."
I mean that is what you do. Yeah, if you just do that, you win. So
I like it. Yeah.
He's either 8 clicks or 5 clicks. So that's pretty good. He starts with leap, climb, precision, mastermind, and that damage power, and then he goes to leap, climb, the attack power, toughness, and empower. And then his last 3 clicks are flurry, the attack power, either toughness or mastermind, and then empower or the damage power. He's not really bad for 50 points. It's just like the replace thing is rough because you're like replacing it with an 8. It's just like, okay, I get it, but ugh.
Okay, so let me cook for you. Let me tell you how you get this to work. It has to take silver. Okay, so there's 2 ways that you can do this. So you're replacing it with an 8. So you're gonna need someone with particularly a close combat expert, and then maybe a blue ring for the empower, which is probably gonna be him. So that way it's gonna be up another +1. So now they're gonna be a 10 attack. You can waste another, and then you can do a perplex to make it an 11. That doesn't seem good because you need to roll an 8 for crit hit, and why would you do that? Well, you're going to be able to give them 1 for 10 points. You can give them Yarnbeard, which is when a character would hit, attack rolls of 9 through 11 are crit hits. So now you have a potential of having an 8 through 12. So 4 chances, which is extremely good. It's about a 42% chance of a crit hit. Or you can say, you know what, I don't want to use Yarnbeard, but I do want the perplex. So you're going to pay 20 points and you're going to bring in the Scott Porter Pog, where it's 10 through 12. And so now you're going to be an 11 attack with roughly like a 35% chance of a crit hit because it's going to be an 8, a 10, 11, and a 12. So in silver, it is very possible to do that. I think that's actually it's worth it right there.
This will be the set where I actually pull a chase in sealed, and it'll be either Vulture or Dr. Octopus. And I won't be excited about it at all.
Until you can roll just 8s?
Yeah, until I take Ollie's advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take Ollie's advice and I just roll all 8s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this guy. What if you give this guy the bike and you put him on charge? Now he's a 4, 5, 6 charge with a giant reach 4, 11 precision strike, and if he hits, now people can't use protected outwit. 2 bolts
for 90 points.
And now somebody can't use protected outwit. He's got mastermind.
Yeah, but
And he can use it within. Oh no, he only
that's
leadership.
not going to really help you against the major players like Colossus or Hidariao or Kong.
Yeah.
Or Collector.
Yeah.
I think it's a big
If it can't use safeguard outwit, I think that's where 100% you play him at 75 points. I think with it just being protected outwit, I think that really hurts him.
Because
that's the only difference, and that's why I think that in silver, I think him at 50 points for the trick of with Scott Porter or even the Yarnbeard. You can even play both of them too. So you have you're able to have 2 characters. You can have 1 character with Yarnbeard, so they're going to be an 8 through 12, and then Porter's going to be able to get you a second attacker that's going to be an 8, 10, 11, and 12 to be able to crit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something that is worth looking at for Sinister Syndicate or even Scientist. Like Scientist becomes insane, and because this has you can just use someone with team players. It's just whenever anyone replaces their attack value, so like that's huge.
Yeah, it just uses.
So now you get plants. Yeah, so now you're able to get plants attacking from across the map, either with the super rare swamp thing or the ivy.
They have to have the Sinister Syndicate keyword.
No. Read the spec. You just need to replace their attack value. It's a special attack. You're thinking if it's within 4. No, you can be adjacent to him and replace your attack value. Because it says him or a friendly character that replaced their attack value with his attacks. So if you have wild card.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the trait. Yeah,
No,
the attack.
no,
Yeah.
you want to give him the blue rank, just so he's given that +1 attack, just potentially, especially mainly because of the Yarnbeard, because they have to hit for it to be a crit hit. So if they're an 18 defense and you roll or a 19 defense and you roll a 9, it's still a miss because you only rolled a 17. So you want to bump up their attack as high as you can to take advantage of that Yarnbeard. With the Scott Porter Pog, that makes it a little bit different. But being able to crit hit like through the plant markers and all that stuff is huge.
It doesn't matter what your attack is. If you hit, you hit. If your dice are an 8 through a 12, then you just hit.
No. So Yarnbeard's worded differently.
What does it say?
It says this character's attack rolls of 9 through 11 that hit count as critical hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's
we are really building with Dr. Octopus here.
Well, and so he actually works in modern pretty decently too. You're able to replace his attack value, so you don't even need to use Sinister Syndicate. So you can actually bring him in. Does he have? Oh no, he doesn't have monster. Never mind. I was going to give him the Sinister the what's it called, Batman enemy, but he does not have monster. So nix that. But yeah, you're able to play. I think the prime Iron Spider just gives everybody that, so you're able to just in silver just take full advantage of that with Iron Spider as your prime.
Sounds like a lot of silver potential versus right now in modern potential.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Craven.
Craven 057.
He's as strong as me. He is Craven now. Craven the Hunter. The last time we met as friends, but make no mistake, I would sooner destroy you than suffer your interference.
He's got Sinister Syndicate. His team, his keywords are Sinister Syndicate, Animal, Assassin, Marksman, Martial Artist, Mystical Warrior, Sergei Kravinoff. He's got a couple of traits. First one is Trophy Hunter. When a friendly character is KO'd after resolutions, generate a grave hindering marker in the square that character last occupied. Miles loves grave hindering markers. His second trait is the Hunter Reborn. When Craven is KO'd after resolutions, you may generate a character with the Sinister Syndicate keyword from your KO area in a grave with any grave terrain markers on their last non-KO click. Roll a d6, heal them equal to half the result. This game that character has if this character would be KO'd instead of remove them from the game without scoring them. Protected Pulse Wave. He's got a special speed power on 75 and 50 point lines. The Greatest Hunter. Charge, stealth. When Craven uses charge, it doesn't have speed and choose one or both to use. Exploit weakness and modify damage +1, or flurry and modify attack +1. If Craven chooses both, he can only attack characters with the Spider-Man TA. He is for 75 points, 8 clicks, 7, 12, 18, 3. With that special speed power, precision strike, super senses, and outwit. And at 50 points, he's 6, 11, 17, 3 with that special speed power for 1 click, precision strikes, combat reflexes, and outwit. And he's 3 range, single target. I actually like him though.
He's amazing. Yeah, no, he gets a free longsword or a free arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
With a bike, he becomes Werewolf by Night super rare, but better for 90 points.
I think I like him with the other 2 weapons for free better.
I like the broadsword or the longsword +1. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great. This is
huge
one of the
too.
yeah.
The grave markers. The grave markers are something that can be very exploited with the Prime Craven that we looked at. Is that so you're able to really tinker throughout that. He also teams up well with the rare Spider-Man to make sure that you always have those on the map.
So how does his trait with the grave markers work?
It's just when a friendly character is KO'd after resolutions, you generate a hindering terrain marker.
Oh, great! You just generate a grave marker. Yep.
Yeah.
And then only he comes back with them?
No. It says when he's KO'd after resolution, so he's already going to be in your
KO area. Yeah.
Your KO area.
All right. So then,
so you can bring. He can be the only Sinister Syndicate player piece on your team, and it's fine.
he just
because
comes
he's
back once.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's like a Death Metal Wonder Woman or a Thor. So he's another point denial piece.
Yeah, that seems really good for 75.
50 points or even 75.
I get 75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
with the free equipment that we talked about.
Death Metal, Thor, and then Prime Black Panther, all are Don't Die pieces, and they all theme for Warrior.
I have to tell you, having fought Prime Black Panther for about 6.5 hours yesterday, or 2 days ago, that's a thing. So,
It was only yesterday, Pete. But
It was yesterday.
I'm glad that's already scarred you for life.
It was just no, it was fine. I mean, we'll get into that on another podcast, but it was he's phenomenal.
I think that people have been playing him wrong on a lot of builds from what I've been seeing is that they're just too worried about just playing the team as Don't Die instead of being aggressive. So I still think there's untapped potential with Prime Panther. And yeah, I think Craven works wonders with that. I think he could be another solid missing piece. I mean, when you have your entire team that just doesn't die, like that becomes huge.
So with the longsword, he's going to be a 13 attack and then you can choose exploit weakness and modify damage +1. So you don't roll the blades, and he'll
be a
5.
14, or he can be flurry, or he can be flurry, and he'll be a 14 attack with flurry.
Yeah. Okay.
Or if you really need to get through reducers, yes, then you can go exploit.
And if we have Spider Family,
and then you do.
Then all of a sudden, then you're gonna get both. So he'll be exploit weakness plus flurry, modifying damage +1 and attack +1. So realistically, you're not ever going to be rolling blades against Spider Family because he's going to be a 14 attack. Right? Yeah, 14 attack for 5 damage.
Yeah. So far, I'm digging this guy the most out of all the Sinister Syndicate chases.
Yeah, my only disappointment is his sculpt. I don't like how they have him looking with the long hair, like, climbing out of his grave. I'm not a huge fan. I didn't like the fact that they brought him back from the dead. I think that last hunt should have stayed. And I know someone was asking that they wish that there was different Sinister Syndicate chases, but that just means they don't really know too much about it because these are the 6 original Sinister Syndicate.
I was gonna say
members.
these are the original. Yeah, they were the first run of these guys.
Yeah. All right. So next we have Sandman.
I control the sand, see?
Sinister Syndicate, and once again, he's unique. He has Avengers, Frightful Four, Sinister Syndicate, and Brute. He has 2 traits. His first one is This City is My Sandbox. Smoke Cloud as free. When Sandman uses it after generating each marker, Sandman may destroy a terrain marker or square of blocking terrain adjacent to that marker. That's huge. Second trait is It's Sand. It gets everywhere. Damage dealt by friendly characters with the Sinister Syndicate keyword can't be reduced below Sandman's printed damage value. He has improved movement, destroy blocking, and characters. He starts at 75 points or 50. At 75 points, he has sidestep, 6 speed for all 3 clicks. And the special attack power, 11 attack, which is poison. When Sandman uses it, characters within range and line of fire are considered adjacent to him. And then he also has that as 50-point line with a 9 attack, and then 6 speed with precision. 18 defense with impervious for 75 points and 50 before ending on just 17 with regeneration. And then he has shape change throughout his entire dial, starting with 3 damage for 75 points and 2 for 50.
I could have sworn he was a giant.
I thought he was too, but it's probably a good thing that he's not. So this is the piece that I was talking about specifically with that Electro. So now he can't be reduced below 2, so you're gonna play him at 50. I just don't think you play him at 75 because you're really not gonna be using him for an attacker. So it's just fine. But the difference is 25 points, they can't reduce it by 3 instead. I think not being able to reduce by 2 is huge. So that way it's, if you do 3 damage or even just 2 damage, like you're always gonna be able to go through reducers. Poison, you can't be reduced. Yeah, so there's a lot to look at it. Luckily, it just says damage dealt by friendly characters with the Sinister Syndicate keyword instead of a character that shares a keyword, because that's when it becomes really broken. So I'm glad they're trying to get Sinister Syndicate viable. I think he's one of the missing pieces. I still think they need a little bit more support, but I think it can easily make cut and could probably surprise people with the synergy that it does do.
Oh yeah, Sandman's a giant, by the way, folks.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I'm looking at the card and the dial, and he's a giant. Yeah.
Okay. Boom. I am sending feedback live to Clay.
Same. So is 50 points too much to use this guy as just a you can't hide from me piece?
Not at all. Not at all.
What, Sandman?
No,
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
So within range and line of fire are considered adjacent to him is really huge.
Especially now that we
like
see he's a giant.
Yeah, that's because you're able to bump that up real quick with like Weasel's going to get him to a 4 range. Like I know that doesn't seem like much, but that's pretty important.
And then
so like Colossus, you're going to be
you can't reduce it lower than his printed damage value too. So they're just taking 1 damage when he poisons.
Yeah, and that's why I say you play Electro at 75, because if you roll at 4 through 6, characters within his range and line of fire take 2 damage, and so now that can't be reduced, and it's just.
What does he have? Only Brute for his generic keywords? Yeah.
Yep. As much as I really liked the old, was that the Earth X Sandman that was like the pick a power one? That was actually pretty neat. This one's interesting.
I'm nervous to play him at 50, but I feel like he's got a ton of really good utility. He's just an easy target then, right?
Yeah, being a giant, yes, he's a big fat target.
And you're just hoping that you hit the shape change.
I mean, you could put Conchu on him, right, to give him stealth if you wanted to, because he is a single base giant, so then it's easier to hide him. But
that's true.
Yeah, he has free smoke clouds, so then you just put him in his own smoke cloud.
Yeah. I just feel like a piece that destroys blocking, moves through characters, and poisons people within at least 3 as a giant, and you can't reduce that below that one. That seems really good.
Yeah. No, and luckily he is a giant, because if you give him a motorcycle, he becomes real dangerous. Give him that 3
Everyone
rollout.
becomes dangerous.
Yeah. Well, especially him. He has 3 rollouts. Like, come
Yeah.
on. This guy's waiting for a motorcycle. So in silver, you give him a motorcycle because you're able to swap with Green Goblin. So that's where Sinister Syndicate actually becomes a huge threat in silver, because you're able to actually play a lot of them on and make it scientist to really get those few figures that you need for support pieces in silver. Sinister Syndicate really works well because of the swap mechanic. And there's so many Sinister Syndicate in silver that have scientist and Sinister Syndicate, so you're able to really flesh out the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my my second favorite chase of this set.
So now you just put him in a kill with the spot, team him up with the spot, and now you're like, that 3 damage doesn't seem so great, except now they're at least doing 2 damage, so it doesn't matter. It's as if they're doing 5, or 4 or whatever.
Right.
And then you put them in that kill box, and then now they're going to be also taking 2 unavoidable from. You're also going to place them so Sandman can then poison, and then you're going to be able to do the 2 damage at the end of your turn if you roll the 4 through 6 with Electro.
Do you think that Electro's that much of a big combo to add to this? Because you had to play him at 75 points, and now you're looking at 125.
No, you play Electro, though, like that just gives you an option.
Yeah.
If you really want to play Electro. That's why I mean that Electro's only playable at 75. I don't think it's optimal at all. I think you need a lot to go right.
The whole Sinister Syndicate is just going to be fun to play. I don't think they're as viable as what you're thinking.
No,
or
silver is
there.
why they're viable.
Yeah.
I've done some team building just because of the swap mechanic with Green Goblin.
But this guy, I think, is going to be a lot of fun as just a separate piece. I think this guy and the next guy are going to be the most viable of the set. But who wants to take the next one?
You, because I accidentally stole your Sandman.
Yeah.
All right.
I know you were excited. I think you're pretty excited for Mysterio. So
yeah. So this is my number one of the set right here. This is 059 Mysterio.
It's not all fake. Some of it is real. You decide which is which, if you can. Oh, I'll give you a little help. When you disappear, it won't be an illusion.
He has the Sinister Syndicate team ability, Magia, Sinister Syndicate, Celebrity, and Scientist keywords. He has a trait, Your Greatest Foes Concealed. Friendly characters with the Sinister Syndicate keyword can use Stealth. He has another trait, the Illusion Generator. Shape change, free. If there are no other friendly characters named Mysterio, roll a d6. Generate up to half the results of the 002 common Mysterios on their red starting line within range and line of fire. And then a special speed power, Mind Control. Free, place Mysterio and a friendly character named Mysterio in each other's squares. And then a special damage power, a Puff of Smoke, a Shattered Mirror. Opposing characters in range of a friendly character named Mysterio can't use improved targeting abilities.
Yep.
Yeah. And then he's got a special, improved targeting, hindering. He has 2-point values, 75 or 50. 4 range, 3 bolts. The 75 point is 7 clicks and starts with the 6 speed, special speed power, 12 poison, 19 super senses, and a 1 special damage power. Or he starts on click 50 for 5 clicks, and that's a 6 special speed power also, 12 poison, 18 super senses, and 1 damage power. So I think this guy has the most potential. This guy looks like he is just going to be a ton of fun and holds his weight, I think, more than any of the other ones.
So he's actually, I think, the missing piece for plants, even with Mern, because of Hadar Yao. So Hadar Yao's improved targeting really wrecks them. And so you're able to protect your Man Thing and your Swamp Thing with him. And now that if they're in plant markers themselves, they also get that +2 defense. He also stops the Captain Universe, all of his. And so it's not just him, it's any friendly character named Mysterio. So, oh yeah, go ahead, kill that Mysterio. That's fine. That's 15 points. It's huge. because you're able to just play on the map.
So opposing characters within range of a friendly character named.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand how that works.
You just throw up one of the common Mysterios, and they can't use improved targeting.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
makes.
They have to then murder that Mysterio, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
And it's just within range. So, yeah, you can just. He doesn't share Mern keywords either. He has, and then he has that 12 attack. He gives out stealth, so you don't even need to put Khonshu on that Sandman to get stealth as long as he's on there.
Yep.
Sandman's now going to be a giant with a 12 attack, stealth. So yeah, there's it. He makes Sinister get extremely good. I think he's the missing piece to really fix scientists and plants from the Hidari Yao team, which was the one full counter that just completely destroyed it.
Just placing the other different not bystanders, but other pieces named Mysterio, being able to get this guy out and then free place after you make an attack, and then just you're leaving all the duplicate guys up there. This is very much a piece that I like to play, this kind of style piece. And then again, the targeting where you can see through hindering, that's huge.
Yeah.
So I think
he's great.
This guy is my number one want in the whole set right here. And then another piece making Celebrity even stronger. And Scientist didn't need help, but as Miles was saying, this makes Scientist even better.
It fixes Scientist because the one problem was Hidari Yao killing them because Plant Team needed Swamp Thing. It's like Swamp Thing was that one piece that really, got plants that next step.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hidari Yao was able to just hit him because it's like, okay, he's dead because he didn't reduce pen. And now, like, she can't have any improved targeting. So Hidari Yao's going to need Mern. And if she does, like her 12 attack, she's still going to need a 10 to hit Man Thing because the plant marker gives +2 to the defense. So Mern was going to have to just be able to throw it out there. So, yeah, but shutting off improved targeting is huge, especially in Silver because, Legacy Thanos can still be played, not anymore. It's like, whatever. We're just going to throw up those guys or whatever. So.
And not for nothing, the 002 Mysterios that he generates, those are expendable goons, so they have a chance to just come back as any goon that you want, and they also have shape change themselves, and then poison and mind control with the 10 attack. So they're not just things to ignore either.
That's the best part is that they go, okay, sweet. So we're going to bring in this first attacker to open up this alpha, and you roll that 4 through 6. Like, no, we're going to go ahead and put this Mysterio is going to go back in his square.
Yeah.
Like,
Or they have to go to adjacent to a friendly character or any smoke terrain marker. So that would actually work really good with Sandman because then you can bring him back. And if you set that up well, then you're just putting him right in the sand.
Yeah, because with Sandman, you're going to make the free smoke cloud
first
before you put it in their. But now, and the interesting thing too with that is that like unless there's like a, I guess you have to pulse wave it, and so now this is where it brings into play. Do you also because you can get celebrity on you make Spider-Man family gain celebrity. So now, are you going to do the prime? What's his name? Spider-Ham. So now if they're within 4, they can't even target them, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, there's a ton of locking down you can do.
Yeah.
All right, that what's the piece you guys are looking for out of this set the most?
There's Mysterio and Prime Craven and the Chase Craven. Those are the 3 pieces. Mysterio's top because Mysterio's gonna be on the most played piece by me.
Dan?
If it's like a Spider-Man specific, it's the Pavitr super rare. Otherwise, probably the Chase Craven was the thing that stuck out to me the most. I really have been enjoying Warrior, and he just adds to that list of like, I don't want to deal with your team because I'm not going to kill you very easily.
Pete, do you have a favorite one?
I think the 55-point Spider-Man with the DH is just wildly fun. So that's the kind of nonsense I like. The other one that I already said from the last review is I really want the Prime Spider-Man 2099. That's just a piece I would like to play. So.
All right. Then we have number 100, Spider-Man Noir.
Sometimes I let matches burn down to my fingertips just to feel something, anything.
So he is 60 points. He's got Spider-Man TA. He's Spider-Man family, detective, and reporter. He's got a trait and a special attack power. The trait is if there is too much power. If an opposing force has more characters than yours, Spider-Man Noir takes a maximum of 1 damage from opposing effects. That's huge because that's not just attacks. That's everything. And his attack power, which appears on clicks 1 through 4, is it is the responsibility of the people to take it away. When Spider-Man Noir attacks a character with a positively modified combat value, modify his attack and damage plus 2. So he's 7 clicks long, 4 range, 2 bolts. He starts out with 3 clicks of stealth, the attack power, 3 clicks of super senses, and then outwit or leadership. He is a 8, 11, 17, 2. So then he would be a 13 for 4 topped out if that's active. And then his last 4 clicks are sidestep, the attack power or energy explosion, and then willpower, and then either leadership or outwit. He's pretty neat. I like this. This is cool. I mean, Spider-Man Noir has been growing on me, and this piece just adds to it.
No wall crawler really hurts him.
That's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
So now he's 7. You're gonna give him a motorcycle.
Yeah, you got to give him something there. But I like him. He's neat. So.
Yeah, odds are you're going against anything, and it's going to modify a combat value. So, and realistically, couldn't you positively modify like an opposing character's range, and now all of a sudden, like you can do that to them, and then now you're a 13 for 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
So there's that, I guess.
I like it. It's cool. He's just neat. Like it's just a neat piece. So.
Yeah, it's a little different.
So if he's attacking from range and he has Myrn on the team, then he gets the +2 attack and +2 damage because Myrn's going to positively modify their defense +1. If it's blocked.
I'm not sure if that is the team up that we're going to see, but that's a thing that could happen.
Then also going to take it away too because of the fact that he has police. Or am I?
No. So if you look at it, this is where it gets interesting. Is for each line of fire, if you actually read Myrn. So Myrn actually +2 is -1 with PD. Because it's for each line of fire. So PD does not negate it. That was ruled incorrectly.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure. So.
Yeah.
All right, then we have the Play at Home kit.
Gwen Stacy.
Look out for signs of Spider-Woman! Hey!
Yep, we got our sign.
How's the manhunt for me going? Good to know!
101, Spider-Man TA, Spider-Man family, celebrity detective, Gwendolyn Stacy, year 65. Brings Spider-Woman to justice at the beginning of the game, generating Captain Stacy by standard, friendly to your opponent's force, adjacent to an opposing character. She's got the wall crawler trait. And then she's got a stop click mid-dial. It says you're a good cop, dad. Stop super senses. Gwen Stacy can't be healed above this click. First time this is powers revealed, Captain Stacy becomes friendly to your force and gains immune to your next turn. She is 6 clicks, 2 target, 4 range, 45 points. So that's an interesting point value. Hypersonic precision strike, ESD with empower, and then the last clicks are charge and cap. Super senses and perplex, and the Captain Stacy Pog does have the PD team ability, not for nothing. 5 range, single target, running shot, precision strike, willpower, and 2 damage with a special damage power enhancement. If a friendly character is named Gwen Stacy, Captain Stacy can use outwit. Otherwise, Captain Stacy can use perplex. Kind of fun. I mean, it's a fun piece.
I don't want to give my phone to Captain Stacy.
I mean, it's wall crawler with a 7 hypersonic, 12 attack, precision strike, and 4 range, 2 bolts. That's not bad at all. 45 points.
Nope.
60 motorcycle.
Why? She's 45 points with a 7 precision strike. Just tap them.
If you're building Spider-Man family, this is one that you bring adjacent to other people pretty easily, almost every time, because of just the point value.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's cheap, so that'll definitely work.
And then the other part of the Play at Home kit is 102, the Lizard.
wanted to be special. Like you.
He has a trait, Lizard Mutagen, free heal the lizard 1 click. Another trait, just wanted to be like you. When the lizard is KO'd by an opposing character, that character can't use powers until the end of your next turn. If that character has the Spider-Man family keyword, after resolutions, deal them 1 unavoidable damage. Protected Pulse Wave. And then he has a special attack power, which is Giant Reach 2. It's called Show Them All. When the lizard hits, after resolutions, deal 1 damage to an opposing character within 2 squares and line of fire. He has improved movement, destroys blocking, 70 points, dolphin symbol, no range, 1 bolt, 10 charge, 11 super strength, 18 invulnerability, and a 3 battle fury. And he's got 7 clicks, and he gets that special attack power on click 3. I think one of the things is that this set has a lot of pieces that just interact with Spider-Man family keywords directly. Do you guys think that this set is going to bring Spider-Man family into enough play that just makes some of these pieces more playable?
In silver, I think you have to really.
Yeah, I think silver is probably the bigger one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this guy. I just like that you kill him and you're paying for it. That's great. Like, he's still a good 70 points. He's 7 clicks deep. He destroys blocking. He starts out with super strength. He's got battle fury. I don't really think this guy's bad. And late dial, he's making an attack and then just dealing an opposing character a damage.
Yeah, this is one time too where I'm not going to say he's 85 points. You don't want to give him a cycle and a rollout. You want him to die.
Well, because he heals a click every turn too. So
yeah, you want him to die because usually with how deep that dial is, it's going to be really hard for them to really like make sure that the character that does KO him isn't really that important. So whoever KOs him is not going to be able to use powers.
That's a big deal.
Which is huge.
And that's all powers. It's just you don't get squat. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and he doesn't have the Sinister Syndicate keywords. That kind of sucks. Animal monster scientist.
This is when Lizard was just kind of like doing his own thing. So
no, this was the Gwen Stacy version. This is the Peter that died on her planet. This is Ghost Spider's origin.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. This is that one. That's right. This isn't even Earth 616. This is Earth 45.
Gotcha. That's why. That makes sense.
I mean, sorry. Yeah, I forgot this was the Peter version. Yeah.
All right, and then the next 2 are by the cases.
Yeah, the first one is Spider-Man, and Ghost Spider, which has the Spider Ally TA and Team Player, Avengers, Champions, Spider-Man Family, Symbiote, and Scientist. It's Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and Gwen Stacy.
Let's end this thing.
Guys, I got it.
I'll go. I'm the one with the goop.
They have improved movement characters. They are a 2x2, and they're 295 points with a trait, Leap Climb, Super Senses, and Toughness. At the beginning of your turn, Spider-Man, and Ghost Spider may generate a friendly character with the Spider Family keyword of 100 points or less from your sideline on its starting click. If they do, remove any other characters generated this way from the game without scoring them. Characters generated this way can't heal or be replaced this game. And they have speed power on clicks 1 through 4, as well as their last 2, 10 and 11. Charge, close, make 3 attacks before making each attack. Spider-Man, and Ghost Spider may move up to 2 squares. They start with 10, 12, 19, 4 with energy shield deflection. They have trans senses, which is nice, and toughness. Super strength, that special speed power, and perplex. And then drop into with some precision strike. And then mid-dial there, sidestep, super strength, combat reflexes, pride, before ending with steel energy, regen, and outwit. The one thing they are missing is the wall crawler trait. I think that would have really helped them play a little bit better to get them further. Because even though people see the standard damage power, they cannot be equipped. So it's them in the barrel in modern. And in silver, you just can't equip them. But in silver, it becomes insane because, like, I know they can't be healed, but I mean, when Prime Spider-Man is unbench, you come on your sideline, and you're like, you know what, we're going to go ahead and bring him out for a turn and have him do his thing. And then when he's almost dead, you're like, whatever, we'll bring someone out. You bring him back to your sideline. And the next turn, you bring him back. So Silver could be really fun. They do just die. But, I mean, they have strength and toughness, so. But, yeah, that's a lot of points to sink in for only 11 clicks. And
so you do remove them from the game when you generate them, or when you take them off this the board?
Yeah.
So you can't keep bringing the same one in?
Oh, yeah. The Prime Spider-Man, yeah, you only use once. But still, I mean, you're getting... Because what's 100 points or less, so you're getting an Arachnite for a turn. You're getting a Prime Spider-Man for a turn.
You get Spider Hulk for a turn.
Spider Hulk for a turn. When you're talking Silver,
you can leave them in though, right? If they are still full, you don't have to.
Yeah,
it's just have to be. Yeah. So these guys get to team up with like one of the craziest Spider-Man pieces. I think Silver. Yeah, there's some potential there.
So you're going to have like Arachnite on the map, and when he's almost dead, hopefully it's because he's got 2 stop clicks, so it's going to be hard to really one turn a full point Arachnite.
Right. Same with Prime Spider-Man. If you don't just main force him anyway with them.
And the Hulk because he's got 2 stop clicks too.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to really protect them. And then you're going to need that 105 points for the support. So obviously Madam Web's going to be there.
Madam Web
and then you're going to want
first.
Yeah, if you want TK and everything like that. And that's why you want Arachnite and Prime Spider-Man to make them work in Silver, because I think in Silver it could be a fun team and actually do really good. And it's a way of cheating on those figures for a few turns, because Arachnite's hard to deal with for a whole game. So you're gonna be able to have him out for a couple turns because he's hard.
Right.
And so is Prime Spider-Man.
So hard.
And so, yeah, obviously you're going to have to try and kill them, but it's...
Yeah. At least in Silver, they can get either of the symbiotes for free. So there's that.
No, they can't be equipped.
Oh, that's right. That's that, because they're 2x2.
Different characters.
At the very least, it'll be fun, but yeah, you might be able to come up with something, because when you're sending pieces you don't care about across there and they're hitting 6s... to hit them, and you're just racking things up with Madam Web, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, you have Prime Spider-Man for a couple turns, because he can, really, he's going to be hard to deal with, and then Arachnite, that just becomes insane.
Yeah. All right, Dan, what about the other by the case piece?
This is Spider Rex. He is either 275, 200, 100, or 50 points. He is also a 2x2, but he is a colossal. So he is Spider-Man TA, Spider-Man Family, Animal, and Past. So he's got 3 traits and a special damage power. The special damage power, he has his entire dial. The first trait is the Friends Across the Spider-Verse trait. The second one is Super Senses. When Spider-Rex uses it and succeeds after resolutions, you may knock back an adjacent opposing character. And then the third trait is when Spider-Rex moves 5 or less after resolutions, he may use Quake as free. If he does, characters hit by that use of Quake are given an action token, so that's pretty good. And then the damage power is free. Choose one for Spider-Rex to use until your next turn, Outwit or Prob. And then, so he alternates from Sidestep or Charge his whole dial. He actually starts on Sidestep every dial, which is a little odd for me, but I guess he has that 5-square movement attack, kind of. But for 275, you're getting a 10, 12, 19, 4. For 200, you're getting a 8, 11, 18, 4. For 100, you're getting a 7, 11, 18, 4. And for 50, you're getting a 6, 10, 17, 4. For 50, he's 5 clicks deep, which isn't terrible. He's interesting. I just don't know what to make of this guy. It's one.
Well, he does have a movement attack that you're not really looking at too. That trait.
Oh, yeah, but it's Quake is free, so you just move and then sidestep, and then Quake is free, basically.
You can move
with sidestep,
Quake, then sidestep and attack again.
I thought you can't do the
You can't
same
quake twice.
reaction. Yeah, that's
No, you can't
Oh, but
quake
you
twice.
can
You can just attack.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can just if you're looking at him too, he has the Spider-Man family. You play him at 50 points. Like I know he's only 10 attack, but he has perplex, or you're able to really, there's ways to cheat up his attack. So you have those other figures that have the across the Spider-Verse that are gonna be more points, and so you're able to bring him across the map. Sidestep, do the quake is free, and then you're able to make an attack. So you're able to really alpha with him when you team him up with other figures with the Spider-Man family.
And he's a
Yeah,
target, but he has the 4 through 6 senses also.
Mm-hmm.
And he also prob and outwit.
Yeah.
Or out.
No, I mean he's neat. It's more or less he's one of those things that I would need to dabble with him to see like, okay, this works really well.
There's more you can do with him than Ghost Spider-Man and Spider-Man thing.
The sculpt
He
alone is
meets
must
all
have.
the requirements. Yeah, he meets all the requirements of this podcast. He's a dinosaur on a HeroClix board.
And he's also a spider at the same time, so I'm down.
Yeah, we're fine. Play 4 of them.
All right, we got some legacy cards. Pete, you want to start us off?
I do. TV's Spider-Man. He is a Spider-Man family, and celebrity. He's got the Spider-Man TA. He's Peter Parker of Earth 80219. And I believe this is a What If legacy. He's Wall Crawler. We know what that does. And then he can make you all celebrities when establishing theme teams, friendly characters of the Spider-Man family. Keyword, gain the celebrity keyword. Telekinesis, when TV Spider-Man uses to place a character with the celebrity keyword after resolutions, that character may make an attack. That's good. He is 6 clicks. He starts with sidestep 10, 18, 3 exploit weakness, super senses on defensive power, and then he does have a stop click at the end. It's a stop when this click is first revealed. After resolutions, heal all friendly characters 2 clicks. This is part of your Spider-Man family team, I think.
Yep. So Redmond, tell me how much you hate this piece, and then I'm going to sell you.
I don't hate him. I just don't like that he is 50 points for basically TK, and you're just putting Spider-Man family on celebrity. I'm sure he'll be worth his points once you explain to us how amazing he is.
Yes. So the great thing is that celebrity is a very important keyword, and there's 2 chases that are going to really benefit from that. The first chase that you're going to be looking at is going to be Mysterio. Mysterio is not a celebrity. And then you're also going to be able to get Spider-Man family. So you're going to use Spider-Cat. You're going to make Craven into Spider-Man family, therefore giving him celebrity. Okay, and then you're also able to bring on Donnie Blaze for if you want another free place to help get that telekinesis up further. You can also do the lesser one that people like to do, which is what's his name from Notorious, that's able to place adjacent to him within 6 squares. I forgot what his name is. Hush. But the very important thing is that celebrity has a neat little figure named Kevin. So he's going to be able to get them themed with Kevin to help you with all those nice little re-rolls. It's there. The team is there.
That's it? You're not even going to mention Titania?
Oh, Titania's, I guess, yeah. Titania's a good point, too. Titania completely destroyed the team. But yes, you get Titania on there, so now all your figures that are going to be less points are going to have that extra +1 attack, which is going to be very beneficial for your games that you're going to be able to bring in. Those Mysterios are now going to be, even when you replace it, if you replace that with a 12, it's not going to be a 13 attack for the mind control, dual target mind control. There's just so much great things that you can do. You can bring in that 50-point Spider-Man that gives everyone adjacent to him super senses. You're going to be able to protect all of your teams, no matter who you want to bring in. If you want to bring in Kong, you can now give Kong, since Kong will have Spider-Man family from being animal, Kong will now have super senses for a rollout.
Miles, I can't believe you missed Beezer Mikatakalak. There's no Spider-Man family.
He is celebrity. I forgot about him. There's a lot. That's what I mean. Like it's the possibilities are endless. Okay, it's like Hook, that Peter Pan movie where he doesn't think there's food You gotta use your imagination, and once you use your imagination, the food is there. And you finally
It's a terrible analogy. That does not work for HeroClix.
Bardley Quinn is also a celebrity, by the way.
Start building with him. We can, all three of us can say, "You're doing it, Redman. You're doing it."
So here's my point: is I think that there is enough good celebrities now that we don't need Spider-Man family to bring them into celebrity and use 50 points to do that.
Well, this is the opposite, right? TV Spider-Man makes Spider-Man family celebrity, not the other way around.
Right.
Yeah.
Celebrity is good enough, so we don't need to bring Spider-Man family over to celebrity.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, why? So it gives animals into Spider-Man family to gain that celebrity key.
You're putting all these points into keyword cheating so that you're a theme team, and it just doesn't make sense.
No, you don't need to be a theme team. I'm just giving you options that you can throw on to add on to a team
by making them celebrities. Why do we need to do that? Why are we doing that?
You're able to protect people by giving them super senses. Is what I'm trying to get at. You're able to make pieces that could use those rollouts to be beneficial. Placing that character that is able to make an attack is huge because that's close and range. So there's plenty of ways to really take advantage of that.
For 50,
getting those extra that are free is huge.
I think maybe you play him, but I'm not gonna be adding a bunch of pieces. I don't know. I don't see it.
No, I'm not saying add all those pieces together. I'm just saying I'm giving you options on how you can get TV Spider-Man to work.
I'm saying add them all together. Is Stilt Girl or Stilt Woman, is she a celebrity?
No.
No,
never mind then.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, well, we are going to move on to Spider-Girl. So this is a very old piece. She has a trait, Web Warriors, the Weaver. Once per game, when Spider-Girl is placed by a friendly effect after resolutions, she may generate a Karn bystander. When Karn is KO'd after resolutions, generate a Master Weaver bystander in the square he last occupied. Another trait, Arana. The first time Spider-Girl would be KO'd, instead turn her to click number 2 and modify her attack and defense +1 for the rest of the game. Protected Pulse Wave. And then a special damage power across the board for her. Reading the Scrolls, Leadership, Perplex, free. Choose an adjacent friendly character with the Spider-Man family keyword. If you do, until your next turn, when Spider-Girl or the chosen character uses Perplex or Probability Control, they may do so regardless of range or line of fire. Improved movement elevated, 60 points, 0 range, 1 bolt. Starts with a 8 leap climb, 9 attack, 16 combat reflexes, and then a 1 with that special damage power. The Karn Bystander is a 6 charge, 11 precision strike, 17 invulnerability, 3 exploit weakness, 0 range, 1 target. Master Weaver is, it looks like 8 range, 1 bolt with the Spider-Man family TA, then a 0 sidestep, 0 attack, 17 super senses, and 2 probability control. What are you guys thinking for 60 points on this one?
Being able to use Prob or Perplex map wide is huge.
For 60 points, War Machine does it for 30.
30. Yep.
Yeah, but the War Machine has to be on a theme. She does not.
Yeah, but double the points for that, and like her bystanders are okay at best. Like Karn is fine.
She also has point denials because you have to KO her twice.
I guess that's fair, but I just don't. I don't know.
So you're looking at her. That's where the most important thing is that you have to KO her twice.
Yes, but she's not doing anything else. That's the other. Like I guess she's my leadership. She's a Perplex.
I think you use your one shot to really put her to click 2, and I think that's where she actually can be decent, even though she's only a 10 attack. But I mean, you're able to get that charge 3 damage. She's able to do something. Being able to do your alpha. I think that they did make her a tad bit more. I think that they really looked into. I guess it's.
I also don't like that they made Master Weaver a pog. Like he could have been an actual figure, and
That's the story of bystanders, like Vinzi and all that.
No, I know.
It sucks. It
I
really
just think
does.
he was significant enough in that storyline that he could have made it into being a figure.
There are certainly worse legacy pieces and figures than this one that we've gotten. This one's fine. It's not amazing. It gets you an old figure that you can dust off and throw on a fun team and might do more than what you think it's going to.
I will do it 0 times.
I guess the only other thing I don't like about it is that she has to choose an adjacent friendly character, and then she gets the other stuff. So it's like, okay, I have to keep somebody else back with her in order to keep this moving. Is my other thing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's TV Spider-Man, Dan. So that's 110 points to your build.
Yeah.
All right, Pete, take us to the next one.
That's me. You're not taking
Miles,
this from me.
Oh, okay. Tell us all about this one, Miles.
Spider-Man is next. Spider Ally Team Ability, Spider-Man Family, and Monster. Maybelle Parker from Earth 3123. She is from What If. She has a trait talking about fostering power. KO and opposing a bystander with a point cost of 0 within 6 squares. I guess you want to foster and kill him.
Oh, man. That is game breaking.
You don't even know. Special attack power on her first 3 clicks, which is Pastry, Decorator, Web Shooters. Incapacitate when Spider-Man hits. After resolutions, choose one. Hit characters gain immobile until your next turn, or heal up to 2 adjacent friendly characters 1 click. 25 points, 4 targets, forward range 2 targets, has sidestep, 7 speed with a 10 attack, that special attack power, 17 defense with super senses and 1 damage. Before going to 5 speed leap climb with some support and perplex and some combat reflexes. Now she doesn't seem like much, but when she hits, I think is very important. That's really good. The 10 attack kind of hurts, but
she was.
I think it should have been if it was KO and an opposing bystander within 6 squares, that would have been a lot better. Taking that power action for.
Yeah,
that's how big standards are. I don't think the point cost of 0 really needed anything. I guess what they have 1 butterfly that's adjacent to you, and you're like, or almost adjacent to you, and so you're just going to take the power action to destroy it. So they can't full map you there. The Doom bystanders maybe, but it should have still been 0. The hit characters gain immobile until your next turn or healing adjacent friendly characters is huge.
Yeah, then you have to sidestep up, or I don't know.
So you hear me out.
Oh, god damn it.
She's not. At least if anything, she's only 25
right
points.
now. And I'm not burning the pizza. The pizza's about to come out to perfection. You're gonna bring her in as a butterfly swap, and you're gonna be able to perplex up her attack. And now she's gonna be able to mind control someone. This is after resolutions. Have them damage their piece, and now they're stuck.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because it's her thing is
So
just
like imagine that that's if you have her on a team with like a Prime Colossus, you're gonna go ahead and like mind control their Kong or their Colossus. They're gonna hit and then they can't move.
Yes, the deadly duo of Prime Colossus and Spider-Man. Dan, do you want to take Dr. Octopus, the legacy?
Colossus and Butterfly.
Why am I not taking? Why am I not?
Yeah, we skipped a bunch of
Oh.
stuff. Are you just done with this?
Sorry, I scrolled down by accident. Never mind. Scarlet Spider's neat. Go ahead and talk about him.
Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm thinking about my past.
Actually, we need you here for some reason.
That was a particularly harrowing memory.
Scarlet Spider. He's 45 points. I think he's from Web of Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Yeah.
He's got the Spider-Man TA. He is Midnight Suns, New Warriors, Spider-Man family. He's got a trait, a speed power, and a special damage power. His trait is deal with the devil. Scarlet Spider's combat values can't be modified by other friendly characters' effects. That seems weird. Why friendly? I understand opposing, but the first time Scarlet Spider would be KO'd, instead roll a d6 and turn him to the click number matching the d6 face value protected pulse wave. So he'll be back. And then the special speed power is on clicks 2 through 4. It is sidestep, Flurry, when Scarlet Spider uses it and it hits, you may immediately place him in a square adjacent to a hit target. And then his special damage power, which appears on clicks 1, 2, 5, and 6, is Shape Change. Free, choose a standard power that another friendly character that has Spider-Man TA within 4 squares and line of fire can use. Scarlet Spider can use the chosen power until your next turn. That's pretty good. I like that because he doesn't start with a good speed power. He has lead climb, so being able to just take a charge or hypersonic or something is pretty cool. So I like that a lot. He has improvement in characters. He's got super strength. I think he's great for 45 points, honestly. So
yeah, the modifying by other friendly characters is a weird idea. Yeah, if it is just modified by other characters would have been fine. The fact
it
that
must
it's just
be it must be something specific to the story. I don't know enough about Scarlet Spider.
Well, if you know what the devil is, yeah, Scarlet Spider. This is when Ben Reilly died and he came back with Mephisto and all that.
See, I really like this
That's why
costume. I really wish we would just get a brand new sculpt of him with this one.
Yeah. Yes.
But for 45 points, ignores characters, can pick a standard power that you already packed on your team. I think it's kind of neat. Better than Spider-Man.
No, it's not. I just told you why Spider-Man is good. Butterfly swapping, you're going to make someone immobile. When that happens to you, I cannot wait and hope that it's recorded to your face when Spider-Man makes your attacker, your Blue Beetle, immobile.
So what? Then you're doing it from across. God, it's so bad.
After that happens, I'm going to take 25 minutes to count out the same 7 squares.
Yeah.
You want to go to Madam Web there, Pete? I know you're going to.
I do.
Oh, does he? Does he?
I bought one. I've come around. You just have to embrace the bull crap sometimes. Madam Web.
You must help yourself, but that does not mean you will be alone.
Spider-Man TA, Spider-Man Family, Herald and Mystical. She's from Amazing Spider-Man, I believe. This is actually a pretty cool sculpt, honestly.
Yeah.
Navigating the Web of Life and Destiny. Madam Web starts the game on any starting line. Free, place Madam Web 2 squares away from her current square. Then turn her dial to the next starting line. She isn't KO'd by this if KO clicks appear. That's good to know. So when somebody wants to try to argue with you. 30 points. She's got one trait and then a special damage power on one of her things. So she has super senses when Madam Web is KO'd after resolution. Choose a friendly character Spider-Man family keyword and a standard power on this card for the rest of the game. That character can use the chosen power, Protected Pulse Wave. And then she has on her 10th and 11th click, she has Clairvoyant. When this click is revealed, roll a d6 and place it on this card. When a character within 4 squares in line of fire rolls an attack roll or rolls for super senses, you may remove a d6 from this card and replace a die roll with it. So she's die replacement, so that's really why I picked her up. So she's interesting. I mean, she essentially is prob, perplex, prob, outwit, prob, and then that special damage power and super senses.
And don't forget, she has the magical herald keyword, so she gets a god for free.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, she's cool.
I like her a lot.
I mean, so you're giving her what? Amit? No.
No, it would be
Conjure?
Powerette.
Yeah, support and outwit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's only.
Yeah, she's.
You turn her dial to the next starting line, so odds are you're only getting prob on that first one. So I like her better on prob.
Still value support, so I had 30 points for support, and everything else she does is pretty good.
It's not bad either. Yeah, I guess it depends on what else is on your team, but I like her a lot for 30 points. This is easily one of my favorite legacy cards of the whole set.
This is the one that I knew right off the bat. Like, I got to know the newer version of Madam Web, but this was the one I knew from what was that, the 90s Spider-Man TV show?
Yeah, that's where I know her from too.
So we agree she's better than Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, I think they're different, but she was talking about like you need to.
They're different because she's better.
Yeah, no, Spider-Man's a better butterfly calling. Can't change my mind. You get her attack up, she's done.
They're not butterfly. Neither of them are butterfly call-ins. They have that in common.
It's 2 hits. They gain a mobile, or you're able to heal 2 adjacent friendly characters. That's huge.
You're not doing that. You're turning a 60-point butterfly into Spider-Man.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't.
All right, we've lost contain. Dr. Octopus.
Next we have Dr. Octopus. He has the Sinister Syndicate team ability, Masters of Evil. Sinister Syndicate, Thunderbolts, Scientist keywords. He has a trait, you fight me and the tentacles. Dr. Octopus starts the game with 4 tentacle tokens. When Dr. Octopus would take damage, you may remove a tentacle token from him instead. Dr. Octopus positively modifies his attack and defense by the number of tentacle tokens he has, and positively modifies his damage by half that amount. He's got a special attack power, You Obey Me Now, Precision Strike, Quake, Giant Reach 4, and a special damage power, Close Combat Expert, Exploit Weakness, and Probability Control. 70 points. 4 range, 2 bolts. He has 6 clicks of health, starts with an 8 leap climb, 10 special attack power, 17 mastermind, and 1 outwit. He only has that special damage power randomly on 4 and 5. I don't understand why we got another Dr. Octopus and this super old one when there were so many other cool pieces we could have gotten legacy cards for Spider-Man.
I love Dr. Octopus, so I'm totally fine with it.
We got so many in the set, though.
We did, yeah. I get that, yeah.
This is classic dad bod Otto Octavius, too. It's not none of this new
Give him
ripped in a
motorcycles.
Spider-Man bod thing.
You give him a motorcycle, and he's an insane attacker. Like this is another figure that's not even a joke.
Well, you got to put a bike on him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then you're also going to have your stunner on there. And so now, like, before he even takes damage, you're going to have to hit him 5 times. You have to kill stunner and then hit him 5 times before you're even dealing damage to him.
Okay.
And he's gonna be a 20 defense, 13 attack, and he's gonna be charged with senses, and it's gonna be 3 damage, and then you're also gonna have the charge for 7 with giant reach 4 and precision strike.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has Sinister Syndicate, so now you're also gonna have Sandman on there. So now it can't even be reduced below 2. So at that point, like, you're fine because he can go ahead and take 3 of the tentacles, and he's still going to be doing his normal damage.
You can get out of here.
I think there's been
He's a nasty buy-up piece because they're going to have to. He's going to either attack them or they're going to have to just waste attacks to really get nowhere. Like, they can literally waste an entire turn, and he will take 0 damage that turn, leaving your other attackers able to go and clean up after him because he just tied up an entire team for a turn without even taking a click.
Are you going to build with him?
Yeah, I already have. That's why I'm just telling you this right now.
No way.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else want to say something positive about him, Pete?
Again, I think we've gotten way worse legacy cards. I don't think this one's terrible. I just think it's different.
Yeah, they've probably done one too many Doc Ocks in this set, but yes, I agree with that.
Swarm. Sinister Syndicate team ability. He has Sinister Syndicate and Scientist. He has a trait, Workers Protect the Queen. So apparently Fritz von Meyer is a queen. Poison. Swarm takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks, can't be chosen for Mastermind, and can't be healed except by characters named Bee Swarm. Protect Pulse Wave, and then he has a special attack power for first 3 clicks. Not the bees. When Swarm damages 1 or more opposing characters after resolutions, you generate a Bee Swarm bystander adjacent to a damaged character. Bee Swarm is a 9/9/15/1 with a special speed power that is Buzz Buzz, free. KO 2 friendly characters named Bee Swarm. If you do, heal a friendly character named Swarm 1 click. Poison and super senses. And then Swarm has 5 range, 2 targets. He's 60 points. Starts with 10, 10, 16, 3. He has a running shot his first 3 clicks. Hypersonic his last 3. His first 3 clicks of attack is Not the Bees, followed by 3 precision strike with 9 attack. Defense is 16 for first 3 of senses, and then 15 for senses, and starts with 3 damage. Shape change, ending in 2 damage. Outwit for his last 3. I do like him, but the 10 attack and no real ability to bump up that attack outside of a Sinister Syndicate is really tough. I mean, he does have flight, so you can carry someone with a better attack, but he's just going to be that annoying piece.
See, I like this guy a lot. Shape change, super senses, tons of fun on this one. Tie him up, poison him, heal him with the bee swarms, double poison with the bee swarms. This is probably him and Madam Web are the ones I'm most excited about. A 10 running shot with 5 range, 2 bolts.
Yeah, no, I'm more disappointed in the fact that when I tried getting him, people are trying to sell him for 150. I think that's stupid.
What are people trying to sell Spider-Man for?
Well, he's selling for cheap because people don't understand the vision.
Okay.
You remember when everyone laughed at me about how when I was trying to say how Aquanix was probably the best dino, and then turns out that someone listened and decided to prove that point because past is the future. That's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is untapped potential.
No one here hated on Aquanix.
Oh, well, you're hating on Spider-Man. And Spider-Man is that piece that she doesn't seem good, but with the tech that I just explained, she's going to win someone.
No. I don't think Spider-Man's terrible for 25 points. I'm just not using her as a butterfly swap. That's kind of where it went off the rails for me.
No, it don't matter what her point value is. Butterfly swarm or butterflies. She brings something unique for what you want for a calling because it's when she hits to get full map with making pieces of mobile.
So
whether she's
she's taking
points, it doesn't matter.
a sideline spot. Also, it's not fine.
Yeah.
Back to Swarm though. Swarm is very cool.
I don't know.
God damn it!
I'm not.
No.
I'm just not feeling it. Like I get it, but I just.
Pete, say something good about Swarm.
These are the words I hate to say more than almost anything in existence, and I agree with Redman.
Thank you.
Which number? What number is the swarm? What number is the swarm?
04 or 54B.
Yeah.
Okay, right now I'm buying it. I just found it for $2.70. So I'm on the train now.
There you go.
It's amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad somebody else is buying pieces mid podcast and it's not just me. Yeah. It takes a maximum of 1 damage, 2 rollouts. The
poison
bystanders are popping out.
Makes more
poison.
Double poison. Then you can heal this guy back
Yeah, you're
up.
just going in a big circle of poison at that point, and just people are just furious. Yeah, he's great.
You have to KO 2 bee swarm bystanders for that, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
What are you talking about? To heal him?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
When I'm popping out beast bystanders and that beast poisoning and swarm is poisoning and the other guy's poisoning, you're like, oh, well, that happened. Yeah,
he's awesome.
I hate when I have to agree with you, but I have to agree with you on this one.
Yeah, no, I have. The fact that I just found him for $270, like this is
that changed your mind.
I'm sold. Yeah, I was bitter when I'm like, this is bullcrap. Yeah. This is probably I have it at number 3 right now. Right above TV Spider-Man.
For legacy cards?
Yeah.
Oh, the only one better is Madam Web and then Swarm. And they're very close.
Madam Web's up there, but Spider-Man. I'm sorry. You're not seeing it. And you're going to.
I will
not.
Really
like that. I actually really like
that's not even me being like speaking hyperbole. Like this is, I'm letting you know right now, that is something that people are now going to be doing, and I appreciate it because they're going to prove me right.
Well, what's crazy is that she's her own counter, because then she's just going to power KO an opposing bystander, and now that butterfly that you just sent over just gets KO'd. So everyone's going to play Spider-Man.
The butterfly swarm that was already within 6 range of her already did its job to make a figure immobile.
No one's doing this. Dan, there's one more legacy card.
Yeah, apparently there is. It is the Spider-Mobile.
Peter, take a team to the transport deck to help deal with this spot mess.
From Avengers Infinity. It is 60 points. It has the Spider-Man TA, Spider-Man family, future, and vehicle keywords. It has 2 traits and a special defense power. The first trait is when revealing your force, you may choose a single base character on your sideline that has the future or Spider-Man family keyword and turn it to any click. Spider-Mobile can use the standard attack and damage powers displayed on that character's dial. When Spider-Mobile is KO'd before moving it from the map, generate the chosen character from your sideline on its last non-KO click. This game, that character can't be healed or replaced and isn't scored when KO'd. Protected Pulse Wave. The second trait is the Spider-Mobile's pilot is 100 points or less. Spider-Mobile may replace its attack and damage values with the same values displayed on the dial of its pilot, which is pretty great. And its damage or defense power, which is on its last click, click 8, is stop when this click is revealed after resolutions. Roll a d6, 1 through 4, KO Spider-Mobile, 5-6, heal Spider-Mobile, 1 click. That's going to be funny. So for you, on click 1, you start with a 10 charge, 10 in-cap, 18 super senses, 0 damage, with a 4 range and 2 bolts. It's neat. I mean, they obviously like updated the vehicle mechanic. It's cool. This is pretty cool. I mean, I like it. So
I played Spider-Mobile back in the day. I'll play this nonsense again. I loved it. It was so much fun. It was ridiculously fun.
It was a good game. I remember that one.
Yeah,
I think you had Spider Knight in that one too. That was like that's definitely our first year of playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I did it one time, and it's a fun little thing to do.
And
it's something you can do.
What legacy cards are all about. Now you can grab that piece and have more fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can play both versions if you have 2, hilariously.
But this one is 100 points or less, and they share attack value and damage value.
Yep.
Like that becomes insane because that's something that the Ghost Rider 2099 was really good for, was replacing the attack value.
Yeah.
This is also the damage, so there's a lot of things that you can do.
Which you could do the same thing on here because it's future.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your pilot on here too. Oh, wait, does that have to be single base?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you put on him, like, since he has future, like you're putting Darkseid on him.
Yeah. Well, then he's not 100 points or less though, so you can't replace the attack and damage.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, never mind.
Gotta be 100 points or less.
But if you're not flurrying it, you have a chance every time to heal this back up from its stop click instead.
Well, what about Thanos? He'll be a 14 attack, 5 damage.
Is Thanos 100 points or less?
12-4. No, it's How about Jugger Duck? Oh. It'll be 100 points or less. Supergirl, right there. She's 12-4 with super strength.
Lightning Lad? Do you get the powers too?
No, you just get the attack and damage powers like normal.
Yeah, energy field deflection. I mean, energy psychic blast and range combat expert. What about robot? The 12 attack, 2 damage.
What about who?
Well, here you go. This is actually not a bad idea. It's actually gonna be Phoenix Wolverine. 13 attack, 5 damage. 12 attack, 4 damage.
Is Phoenix Wolverine 100 points or less?
You can say it, yes.
King Arthur. 12 attack, 3 damage, and you get the powers, right? So you get precision strike.
Lightning Lord is who you do. Lightning Lord or Cosmic King. He's a 12. I know you're not going to really have an attack power, but you'll have that leadership for 12 for 4. Lightning Lord gives you a Pulse Wave and enhancement for 12-3.
Now you're talking my nonsense. A spider buggy hitting people with Pulse Wave. Oh yeah, let's make it happen.
With a 12 attack, yeah. Lightning Lord looks to be the best right out of the gate here. All right, that's all the legacy cards for the set. Then we just have the one shots. Looks like there's only 5 in this one. Pete, do you want to take the first one?
Canon event, which is mildly broken. It's 5 points, and when a friendly character is KO'd after resolutions, you may choose a friendly character to gain immune until your next turn. So you stick something next to Hidari Yao, you running shot Pulse Wave, she kills the 0-point Pog, and now she's immune. So now she's just sitting there the whole turn when your opponent can't do anything to her. So there you go.
Super exploitable.
Oh, super exploitable.
Then we have...
Now you can stop that with the new Gauntlet Spider-Man. Because he's going to go straight to his stop click and say, nope, you're not immune anymore, and you just lost all your sidelines.
You paid 75 points, and I paid 5.
Exactly.
All right, then we have Spider Totem, 5 points. When a friendly character uses super senses and succeeds, after resolutions, you may heal that character 1 click. If they have the Spider-Man family keyword, heal them 2 clicks instead. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, but that 2 click is huge because that gets around the bloodstone. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Spider-Man, 25 points. This for 5 points. Healing shenanigans all over. Miles, are you with me?
It's a one-time
that sounds
thing. God, no. No one's building
Miles,
this.
I like this.
So you know what? I cannot wait. Spider-Man is going to be on a top 4 build, and it's going to be hilarious.
On
I
a,
just
on
like
a weekly night with 4 people playing?
No, Adepticon.
No. Oh my God. Get
Someone's
out of
going
here.
to do it at Adepticon.
All right.
Yeah. Someone's going to do it at Adepticon. It's going to be top 8.
Spider-Man is not making top 4 at Adepticon. All right.
No, top 8. I'll do top 8.
Can't
It's
believe
gonna take
I'll give you top 16.
Okay, yeah, we'll go top 16. Spider-Man will be on top 16. I'm still hopeful it's going to be top 8.
I
I'm
just
sure
like
you
the
are.
fact that Spider Totem is going to be a banger in silver. It's like, hey, just yeah, this is good.
I can't believe anybody's drinking as heavy as Miles clearly is tonight on a Sunday night.
You guys, I cannot believe it. It's so obvious why butterfly calling.
No.
Gee.
Oh my God. All right, let's go. Hey, Miles, there's a
Next one.
Yes. Thank
Web
you.
swinging, which is really good. This is very important because when a friendly character that can use leap climb would be hit, you may place them up 2 squares away from their current square. If you do, that character evades the attack. That's really good.
Well worth
That's
5
awesome,
points.
Man. Oh yeah,
Well
definitely.
And it's do we have an object that gives leap climb? We do. So there is a world where you're going to play the hell cycle to give a character leap climb to make sure that they don't get hit.
Once, basically.
That's something you could do.
Yeah, it can't happen.
It's not bad. All right, let's go with
It's,
the 4th
I
one.
mean, I like it because, like, honestly, leap climb's one of those powers that I have to look it up on the packs every time. So what does this do?
It's like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. Assist from another world one-shot. Effect at the beginning of your turn, you may choose a friendly character. This turn, that character can't be given actions. That character generates another character from your sideline with the same name as them, but of less points than them. Oh, the generated character can't be replaced and is removed from the game at the end of the turn without being scored. 10 points. So essentially, we're getting ID cards back?
That's what it looks like. But they have to share a name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really neat. I don't know. Like it.
You know what's really cool about that is that 100-point Yao brings in a 60-point Yao. When she gets 2 tokens and misses her willpowers, so she just drops the 10 points to bring out a 60-point Yao.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
I do wish it was like same name but different collector number. That would have been nice. At least.
It could be. The Hadar Yao bringing out a Hadar Yao.
Yeah,
Or a Kong bringing out another Kong.
That's really a financial commitment. Here's my 60-point Hadar Yao coming off the sideline.
Wait. This coming. Wait, as how many people ran Double Surfer? Yeah, I don't really care about that.
Yeah, but those are at least both on the board.
I understand that. I'm just saying, like, as far as like, oh yeah, the financial commitment. I saw a lot of people make that financial commitment.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know what? Everybody that sold one of their 2 surfers they had is pissed now from this card coming out because that's exactly what my first thought.
And this is actually really useful on plants because
What?
It's
well, you
sometimes
can't do Surfer because he's not less points than himself if you're trying to do this thing.
Less points.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's why Yao just becomes like a dumb 100-point Yao to bring out a 60-point Yao for a turn. Yeah, man.
All right, and the last one is assemble the team. When a friendly character uses leadership and succeeds, you may choose a copyable team ability a friendly character can use. Until your next turn, all friendly characters can use that team ability and treat each other as adjacent when they use it, if applicable.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's great. I like that for 5 points. That's just fun.
What are you taking most likely? Because that's obviously a build around one shot.
Like Avengers can be huge for a turn if you only have like the one guy.
No,
with
that's true.
There's the Syndicate, Batman enemy.
Those are big, but you're probably already building into that a little bit.
Yeah, so but now you're gonna play that with Spider-Man because she has a 10 attack, and you don't want to waste your
Jesus.
I knew we were getting back around to that somehow.
And now she's gonna be able to share like a 12 or a 13 attack
For one turn if somebody hits leadership.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. PD. PD's huge.
PD could be big.
PD is good.
Shield.
Yeah.
They can treat each other as adjacent when they use it. So PD, you're gonna have like they'll be -3 to their defense.
Guardians of the Galaxy for a turn could be big. Just
they can't be. Yeah,
it's a build around one for sure.
That one gets a look. It's not as good as Fortify, Cannon Event, or the what's the other one? The one where you just hit. I still think Cannon Event is far more exploitable.
Oh yeah, it is. No, it is.
Cannon Event is dumb. It's like cool. You're just that like the obvious one was like I pulse waved my own character and it died. Oh look at that.
This Cannon Event needs to be the next one shot that's errated. It needs to be when a friendly character is KO'd by an opposing effect.
Yeah, that was what I thought the intention was.
That because, like you said, with the Yao. So now the dumb crap too is that now you're going to not only be able to exploit Cannon Event with Yao, you're also going to be able to exploit the assist from another world with Yao because you're going to bring in another Yao. So that one also needs fixed, where another character from your sideline that shares the same name but different collector number. Like you have to do that.
That'd probably be a good one to fix some shenanigans.
There's that, and then there's Jefferson because you could KO a time breaker, right? And then you Jefferson bomb basically, but you just make him immune, and so like there's no retribution. Then he just sits there and is like, I'm cool.
And does King Jefferson? He's unique, correct?
Yeah,
I think
he is.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm looking for the unique ring because like once per game would be per character, so that means that King Jefferson could have brought out another King Jefferson. You can also like if you exploit it with a Major Logan too, with the another world, because you're like, man, I want my blades roll to be an extra high.
If you play him at full,
yeah, which most people play him main force full.
Listen, we got the best advice for this whole set from Oliver. I'm just gonna roll 8s on the Dr. Octopus chase, and I imagine that's the same plan with the Spider-Man that does blades from range on the D8. He's just gonna roll 8s the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and you put Spider-Man on the butterfly column. That's just
simple, but it works. All right, that's going to do it for this set review. We will be back this week with our regular episodes as well. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!